So, welcome, Mr. Rico.
Uh,
What brings you here today, Mr. Rico?
I'm in great pain.
Great pain, you say. Why is
Yes.
this?
You see, I keep having these nightmares. I keep having these nightmares that I'm in a video game, and I'm a plumber, an Italian plumber. And the more I try and make change in the world, the more the world falls apart all around me.
Okay.
I keep dying, Doctor. I keep dying in my dreams.
And what is at the center of all of these problems?
Koopa. A big, spiky turtle.
Okay. Let me just get some notes here in my book.
Anything you need, Doctor?
Now, how many times did you die today in the Mario CC?
At least 273. At least.
Okay. Now, have you ever thought about lowering your prices in CC?
I have, but this fucking guy called Dylan keeps picking on me about it.
This Dylan character sounds very, very interesting. Let's talk more about him. What do you think? What do you think about this Dylan?
Beautiful mustache, like an asshole in CC, tortures me a lot. He picks on me, calls me names like pussy and wussy and four eyes. Just mean words.
Okay. Now, do you think perhaps, Rico, maybe you have this small peepee?
No, Doctor. I can show you that right now. I don't have a problem showing that. No, I'm pretty proud of my penis size.
So, this is you can plug your ears. I'm going to read this for my notes later. Subject has very small peepee. Is bald, too many hats, and is a pleb gamer. But anyway, Mr. Rico.
You okay? I can hear you now. Sorry.
Now, what do you think the solution to your problems is?
Well, I thought about it. A lot, and I don't think I'm a sociopath. But like, what if we destroyed the world? Then there wouldn't be a world to suffer in.
I think I have just the thing for you, Mr. Rico.
What can I do, Doctor?
I think you need to play more CC, and you need to give out more free coins for the people. This will help you overcome your fears.
How?
Especially not Kanye. I believe that guy deserves a lot of coins.
Kanye, he's a nice guy.
And this Dylan character, you should probably give him as many free coins as possible.
But he's the one that makes me cry all the time.
And that is good for your character. Very good. People love to watch you cry.
But Doctor, I came here because I'm hurting.
No one cares.
Oh. I'm starting to realize a lot. Thank you for this conversation, Doctor. I think I learned something.
My big brother, like AC/DC, has the biggest balls of them all.
Now,
So,
I
is
think
the pain good?
I think the ultimate solution is for you to follow, subscribe, and make sure to donate all money you can to Dylan with a Blankie. Twitch.tv/Dylan with a Blankie. And eat cum. Eat lots of cum. Eat so much cum. Eat so much cum that you can't imbibe anymore. But that's all the time I have for you today, Rico. You didn't pay for any more than 5 minutes, so.
Yeah, that's all I could afford.
Yeah, I know. Please. I've seen those channel analytics. Rico just holding his mouth open. Like, that's every day though. That's nothing new.
That is every day.
Hey
Oh my
Kanye,
gosh.
what's up? What's up? Not Kanye. Is your name not, or is it fucking Kanye, bro? Are you really not Kanye?
The real, not Kanye.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
I
Can't
need you
do
to
it. I can't
understand
do it,
something.
Not Kanye.
I
I'm
kept
sure-
that blindfold on so long, and now I'm readjusting to the light.
Yeah, these lights do be bright as fuck. So I feel it. I understand. I understand the pain.
Fair and valid. Fair
But
and
yeah,
valid.
Kanye, so I think you feel exactly how Rico felt when I kept killing him over and over again.
Kanye is, yeah. No, I think Kanye's a great guy. Here, I think this might help your. Oh, wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say. I just realized I don't have my lights on.
Yeah, I just can't kiss you though, so.
Well, that's fine. Like we can make out later. There's my color.
Damn, not Kanye's brain is string cheese. Imagine that.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me, but the guy's really good at what he does.
I'd eat Kanye's brain, not gonna lie. Shocking, I know.
Here, maybe I'll just keep the lights off. That's making it worse.
Being a sussy baka? Yes. So yeah, Rico, I'll read this again. Let me see if I can find it. Legend of
read it, dude, read it.
Dragoon interview. So yeah, they did an interview with the composer Dennis Martin of the Legend of Dragoon soundtrack, and he did like half the soundtrack.
Really?
And yeah, he did half of it, and the other guy did like a lot of the. Was it the fight music? I think he did a lot of the fight music. There's also an interview from last year with the voice actor for Albert and Melbu.
Wait, Melbu?
Yeah,
Yeah, who's the voice actor for Melbu?
David Babbage.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah. And I was like, honestly, I was like, fucking, who? Like, what voice acting? There was voice acting in this game? Like, I don't remember it. I just remember like 10 times.
The only time that I remember him speaking was during the cutscene for like the former Dragoons, because right at the end he speaks a little bit.
Okay, yeah, there's like fucking 10 lines, and I was like, when I saw this, Legend of Dragoon interview voice actor, and I was like, what? Like, I could legit, do you know what would be so cool if we could get it done? If we could, like, find a group of people, voice act the lines for the game, and then put them in.
Yep.
Like,
it's
that
like
would be
a
so
redubbing,
cool
right?
if we could do that.
Or sorry, there's undubs, but like that's like an approach to like redubbing, right? And I think that would definitely be possible. We could crowdfund it. Get a bunch of people together.
So, let me see if I can pull this up. By the way, hi, artist. And hello,
Hi, artist.
Roxy.
Hi, Roxy.
So, I don't know if I should like put this behind this or not, but this is the article about the voice actor for those two characters. Let me see if I can like move it in a better spot, like put it behind our heads.
That's fair.
What the hell? What PNG did you send me that's called Dicks and Cheese?
Dicks and Cheese? Which one was Dicks and Cheese?
I'm gonna put it over. I'm gonna put it over Rico's head.
Yeah,
He's got the
over my
green
head.
screen.
That's fair. I don't remember what Dicks and Cheese was.
Dicks and Cheese.
Oh, that was probably Ocarina of Time.
Hold on, actually, let me click it. Dicks and Cheese. Oh, that's what you name the whole background that we have. It's just called Dicks and Cheese.
Oh, the background's Dicks and Cheese. Okay, gotcha. We love some Dicks and Cheese here.
What the fuck, gamers?
If you guys missed the bit at the beginning, it was great. It was a good idea. What's good? Nothing's good, Roxy. Literally nothing is ever good, ever.
I'm in pain.
Let me minimize this a little bit like that. All right, there. You just look past Rico's head for that shit. But So, the Legend of Dragoon interview voice actor for Albert and Melbu discusses how every role is significant. I love the fact that people latch on to voice actors for how they identify with what they're seeing on the screen. Me too. I really love that.
Yeah.
I've always found it interesting that we're the human part of what you can connect. I think he's just talking about being a voice actor. I don't care about that. I want to.
It's like the most important part. The most important part for a voice actor is connecting with your characters. And you're like,
No.
I don't listen to that bullshit.
Not in a Legend of Dragoon character interview. I want to hear about Legend of Dragoon. Despite recording the lines 20 years ago, Babbage recalls these sessions with clarity. I feel the same about my time playing the game. I can recall the key moments as if it were yesterday. And just like how Babish only recognized the meaning behind his role in all future parts, it would lead to upon reflection. I too only felt the impact that playing The Legend of Dragoon would have on my life much later, leading to a passion for fantasy writing, a career in video game journalism, and an active membership in the Legend of Dragoon community.
Holy crap.
While my 10-year-old self picked up The Legend of Dragoon from store because it was all I could afford, I had I think this is the guy talking about himself now, the guy who's writing it. I hadn't the faintest idea that it would open the door to a lifetime of passion and possibilities. Babbage describes his first experience with voice acting similarly. It was the smallest house you've ever been in, and I would just pull up in there and listen to talk radio all the time. Bro, I want to be a voice actor so fucking bad. Rico, you don't even understand.
No, you got to be a voice actor. You do such great jobs with your voice.
I was in a weird phase. I think I was just writing a lot of music and waiting tables, and I was starting to get fascinated by radio commercials. Something just got in my head, like, who are those people doing those commercials? So I started to do little mock recordings on a cassette player. I used magazine ads and was just such a geek with bad cassette player demos.
Why does it sound like I've heard this exact, like, starting, like, to a career every single time?
I don't know, man. Like, what the fuck? Like, dude, what? Why can't anything just fall into my lap? Like, why doesn't someone just call me and be like, hey, we're making this really shitty game called the fucking Legend of Dragoon. You want to come voice act for it? Yeah, absolutely. I would absolutely love to do that.
Well, let's just dub over it. Do a better job, and then you're famous.
Dude, I would absolutely do that if I knew how to inject that into a game. I would make my own ROM copy that just has my voice in it.
I think all you'd really have to do is whenever there's a text dialogue pulled up, you just have the audio cue in.
I know, but how hard would that be in a game that's like, already done on the computer and shit?
Well, it would only play on the computer because like it wouldn't play on PlayStation at that point, but at least the size wouldn't be a problem then, right? Of the CD sizes.
Right, true, yeah. So, Albert is the honorable king of Serdio and Basil. He has a love of knowledge and an overwhelming desire to protect his people, and he's nowhere near as good as Lavitz. Conversely, Melbu is a wingly dictator who will stop at nothing to conquer the world and control its inhabitants. As players, we can clearly hear the difference between Albert's honorable, respectable voice and Melbu's demanding, menacing one.
Mm-hmm.
Melbu, like, they both say, like, two things. Come on.
I feel like Lavitz had, like, one line. In the entire one line.
Well, no, the only time that they talk is, like, when they do their moves. Melbu just gets, like, the very last cutscene.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah. No, like when it comes to battle, the message they have in battle, like, yeah, he just attacks, but I don't think Lavitz ever speaks outside of that like last scene.
You could combine all of the voice lines, in like probably like a 3-minute video.
Yeah.
Despite his voice naturally aligning with Albert's, he sings as a baritone and was able to bring that skill forward when recording for Melbu. I think they realized that I was able to tap into that range. I don't know. This feels kind of like stroking himself way too much for like 3 lines.
Yeah, he didn't really do a whole lot. Hi, Rapid. Slambert.
So yeah, there was that. There was the interview with that guy like a year ago, and then there was the interview with the composer Dennis Martin. This one was a lot more interesting to me. Mm-hmm. The guy was just talking about what it was like to like to make the music for it. He made some of like the more like bigger pieces, and then like the other guy he worked with. I want to see if I can find his name in here. Hi, Rapid. Hi, Happy Mask Salesman. He made Ruin Celis, and I think it was the first song he made, which is the song that plays during the cutscene when the village is getting destroyed in the beginning.
Yeah.
So, and it's like the only time you hear it.
Do 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 do.
Doom. Yes. And where is this guy's fucking name? I don't. Yeah, it was a Japanese guy. They had composed some of the other tracks, and I don't want to get. It's Takeo Miratsu. He died of cancer. He passed away from cancer in like 2003 or something.
Meow.
Oh shit, that's early. Oh, he basically died right after the game came out.
Pretty much. Poor bastard. Thank you, Atakash.
Oh my god.
So I think he did Riding on a Positive Rhythm, Meru's theme.
Mhm.
And so that's what the Japanese composer did, and then Martin did Forbidden Land, Ghost Ship, Royal Capital. So trying to see here. So he was like talking about like the different copies. Like there was more music in this game than there was actually like voice acting. So I thought it was pretty cool to read like the differences in like their styles and stuff. Even though like there still wasn't a lot of fucking music. There's like 4 songs that play throughout the game. And then, like, every other song you only hear once.
It's like every city had its own song.
Yeah.
Every city had its own song. There were, like, 4 main battle songs. And then there was, like, the
2006.
repeating sad music and whatnot.
He died in 2006.
2006. So, about 8 years after the game released.
Right. Yo, if anyone in chat has never played Legend of Dragoon, you need to fix that.
Do it.
Go fucking
Do
play
it.
Legend of Dragoon. Stop
Do it
not
right
playing
now.
Legend of Dragoon. What's wrong with you? And terrible victory music jingles.
Welcome to
It
the
was-
Cum Zone.
Come,
time, I
cummy.
liked it.
Cummy 20. Chug. The cummies. Thank you for the 100 bits. I didn't think the music jingle was that bad, but I didn't like it. I really didn't like when it changed to like the Egyptian, like the dun 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 dun. I didn't like that battle theme.
That's true. 100%.
What game if I don't want to play the? Rapid, are you okay?
You having a stroke, Rapid?
Rapid, are you all right? Do you need assistance? We can send
We're here for you.
send
We're here
people to
for
your
you.
location. We know the Power Rangers. They all kind of feel weirdly flat and don't go anywhere, but the actual music everywhere else I liked. So I think the battle music was all the Japanese composer. You still believe, and then like everything in like cutscenes and played in towns was the Martin guy.
Wait, do you still believe? Isn't that what's her name? What was her name? I used to have it like memorized. Freaking crap!
He-
I forgot her name.
He made Lloyd's theme.
He made Lloyd's theme.
Yeah, he said
Gotcha.
it's his favorite. It's his favorite one. It's
liked
one of
it.
his favorites, and he always loved
like
it when he
Lloyd's
heard it in
theme.
gameplay. Stroke no. ADHD kicking my ass. Yes. Hatsune Miku Miku Uiu. Yeah, and then at the end of the article, it just says in bold letters, "The Legend of Dragoon remake." Right? I almost shit my fucking pants, bro. Almost shit my britches. And then it was like, it would be remiss of me to interview someone who's worked on Legend of Dragoon and end the discussion without at least inquiring if they heard about a remake. Of course they haven't. But the fact that it just said Legend of Dragoon remake, I was like, oh my god, what? No, it's oh! It
For the
didn't.
longest time, like back, I think it was like 2007, 2008. There was like that one petition that was going on to make a Legend of Dragoon 2, and there was a lot of people that wanted to back it, but no matter what, it just wasn't gonna happen, right?
They were making it. They were making the fucking sequel.
Didn't they cancel it like the first year though?
They canceled it. Like they started making it though.
Mm-hmm. The thing is, like, would it really be good to have a sequel though? I don't know. I don't know if they'd butcher the series like they did with Golden Sun. Not them specifically, but like the way Golden Sun went, right? After long enough, the team changes. Going back to it, sometimes having a new team take on something like that, they can really butcher a story. They can really butcher the feelings, and even though Golden Sun, Dark Dawn's team was somewhat the same, it did not land. It hurt.
Imagine. Can we get an F in chat for Rico and his feelings? He's just having a devastating day today.
I am.
Wait, what spaces? What do you mean, Husky? Like in your name? He normally isn't so harsh on Dark Down.
Harsh. Okay, I can respect that they brought it back to begin with, to even take the time to bring it back.
Oh, really?
There are things I can.
Yeah, I don't see
there are
that.
things that I can say positively about it. However, it neglects the most important factors that made Golden Sun what it was. It tossed that to the wayside.
I'm
And
not a huge authority on Golden Sun, so.
That's fair.
But Legend of Dragoon, I am a huge authority on. I'm way better at the game than Rico, and it's 100% a game everyone should at least play once. Okay.
I'm hearing a challenge. If we do a 24-hour stream together at some point, we should race Legend of Dragoon.
God, 24 hours. Ugh, so gross. What's crazy is if you speed ran Legend of Dragoon, okay? If you attempted to be like a world record holder of Legend of Dragoon, you would have one run every day because it takes 13 hours to beat the game.
Yep.
So if you actually went through with an entire run, you have one chance. And then you have to try again tomorrow. Imagine that. Instead of like playing a game where like every hour you can reset and still like finish the game a couple times
Yeah.
over. Sell me this
Yeah.
game, Dylan. Why should we play? Are you ready for this, Rico? Dom wants us to
Yeah,
sell
do
him
it,
Legend
do
of Dragoon.
All right,
Okay.
let's do it.
Legend of Dragoon. It's a PS1 JRPG that came out in about it came out in Japan in 1999 and America in 2000. Okay, the turn of the century shit. So while visually it doesn't look so great, you know, I think it has a specific charm to how it looks because it doesn't look bad like Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII looks atrocious now.
Atrocious.
This game, it looks decent. You know, it's got the lines, it's got the edges. Dart's hand twitching is fucking awful. I can't stand it. But
Yeah.
the combat in the game is so good, so nice, so well thought out. Even if you don't like anything else, the combat will carry you through. So like in a fight, you can choose to attack, defend, use an item, or run away. And then there's also stuff you get later. You can fucking Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. But when you attack, you have to time it. Like there's a circle that encloses into like this other circle, or it's a square, right? It's a square.
Mhm.
It's a square that
Well,
like yeah, it's a square.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's a square that goes into a square, and as soon as it hits the center, you have to hit it, and you have to do that a couple times to finish a combo. So you're actually like engaging in the fight.
Yeah.
So that really made it a lot of fun to me. And when you use items, you got a button mash to get a higher percentage of like attack out of it.
Mhm.
And so like aside from that, like I think the story itself, like it's a 4-disc game. You're gonna be playing this game for a while. Like for an old PS1 game, you get so much fucking content out of it.
It's really good.
Everything's pretty linear, but it doesn't feel like that. It feels like you're exploring like a lot more than just this like one linear path. But it is just like a linear path.
It brings you on a journey. It brings you on a really nice journey throughout the world itself and gets you really involved with the characters and the races that you come across, like the Winglies and whatnot. It gives you a really good experience of just being able to explore and adventure. Like that adventure sense that RPGs should have is all captured in Legend of Dragoon. It's captured very well too. The characters that you come across, they all have a really good personality. Like they're all unique personalities, every single one of them. It's easy to gravitate towards a character just knowing that there's so many characters that have a strong personality. Having a strong personality in a character is a really good quality because like if you're going to be invested in a game, you want each character to have something to them, right? Some structure, some meat. And Legend of Dragoon does that super well.
And it's got a ghost ship.
And it has a ghost ship.
Got a fucking ghost ship.
You need a ghost ship to have a proper RPG. Let's be real here.
So like half of the people who watch me, all know me because like I either said I love Legend of Dragoon in a chat or like because I played it. Jorky
Yeah.
being one of them. And let me fucking tell you right now, Lavit's theme is actually playing. This is Lavit's theme in the game. Good shit.
Let's
Good
go.
shit.
Let's go.
Very very somber for a reason. But anyway, Yeah, I like how the disc artist says the discs are separated. Yeah, it's like basically like each disc is an arc of the anime. Like each disc
Yep.
is like, one specific thing ends and then a new chapter begins. I thought that was really cool. It's like playing 4 seasons of a game, Now you got to pay
True.
for DLC to do that.
That is true. No. And another thing is like it felt like a PlayStation 2 game as a PlayStation 1 game. And I thought that was a really unique experience. It definitely, like, in many ways, it felt like more than the PlayStation 1 could offer. And that was like a really special experience for a game like that. Chrono Cross did a really good job as well, but like Legend of Dragoon tried to like make that next step up in like gameplay as well as the cutscenes, as well as all the other details that made it what it was. It did a really good job.
You can fuck
I
off.
mean,
Dom.
visually.
Rewatch the VOD. Just go back and rewatch the VOD.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Well, anyway, yeah, Legend of Dragoon is a fucking fantastic game. It needs a remake, or everyone needs to give me enough money so that I can buy the game franchise, and make one myself.
Crowdfunded.
But anyway, so Rico, you know about the Shin Megami games, right? Are you a
Yep.
devout follower of the lore?
Of the lore itself, not necessarily. Like I've played the SNES one. That's about it. I do need to play more. I know, but I played the spin-off. I've played a little bit of Persona.
Okay, so there was a trailer that came out not too long ago. It was a trailer, or it wasn't a trailer. It was a website, and when you went on the website, it would be like hacking your mobile, your data or whatever.
Yeah.
And so
That
when
was
it
my
would,
camera player.
and it would just like, it was like a nod at the fact that they're making Soul Hackers 2, which is, I have this up.
Mhm.
So they're making a sequel to Soul Hackers, which is a game that came out on the SNES. You might have played this. This might be the
Mhm.
one you had played. So this is like, it's like all the other Shin Megami games, but the fact that they're making a sequel to this game, like fucking 20-something years later, is kind of wild.
That's
but-
pretty crazy.
What's funny about this game is I could tell you about Soul Hackers 1. I played Soul Hackers 1. If you ever think like you played a game that has dated dialogue, you've not played Soul Hackers. Holy shit. Floppy disks, hacking the mainframe, prevalent themes. Very fucking prevalent. This one floppy disk has all the fucking data on it. These bros are like fucking like in all this like weird ass 90s future gear.
Mhm.
And like it's so they re-released it for the 3DS, I think. It was the reason I didn't like keep playing the Shin Megami games. It was so cringy to read all the stuff that was happening. At least I'm not 100% sure it was that game. It could have been like the actual Shin Megami games.
Mhm.
But I think I played it on the 3DS and I was like, "Oh my god, like it was so hard to get through it." Like just any of the shit they were saying, I was just like, "Oh my god. I feel like really really old men made this game or some shit." So I'm pretty sure this one will probably be a lot better because I think they made it at like the turn of the century, like for consoles. So like floppy disks weren't around for a while. It's like floppy disks came out and they were like, "We need to make a game right now. This is the thing for now and forever."
Yeah, Shin Megami Tensei, it has like a really good theme behind it, and I think that's a really good way to capture a like when it comes to the yokai in the series that are all like based on Japanese lore. They're all really well expressed, and the way they interact with you and the way you interact with them is very for what I know about the series, it's very well expressed. Like it's really well captured, and not just that, but like the way they play through with being able to use those yokai as things that you can rely on as party members in order to continue the game, to progress the game. It's a very interesting concept because like it's almost the same kind of concept as, say, I don't want to say something in the realm of Pokemon, but like you find a way to make a contract with something and use that to go through the story, right?
Came out before Pokemon, baby.
Yeah, it did. That is true. It's the original Pokemon.
I'll die preaching that. Shin Megami did Pokemon before Pokemon did Pokemon, and they did it better.
wasn't the very first Shin Megami Tensei game in 19...
It's not true. They didn't do it better. They did it a lot worse, and that's why Pokemon took off and Shin Megami really didn't at first.
Wasn't
Their
the
first-
first
their-
one in like 1991 or something?
It was like 1980 something actually, I think.
Oh really?
I think.
So we talking NES or like right at
Like-
the early stages of the SNES?
NES. Like there was an NES game that came out in Japan first.
Oh.
And then it came. Then like they revitalized it like way later. I mean, I guess I can look it up.
Oh.
I'm at the fucking computer.
I didn't know there was one before the Super Nintendo.
Megami Tensei. First Shin Megami Tensei game. What I'm not sure about is if it was Shin Megami Tensei, because I think before it was just Shin Megami. So it says, yeah, Shin Megami Tensei was first released on the Super Famicom October 30th, 1992. But I think there's one before that. Digital Devil Story Megami Tensei. Right, so not Shin Megami. Megami
Oh.
Tensei was September 11th, 1987.
Well, yeah, because Shin means new.
Dude, I want your... Look, there's a lot of things. Jorky's a lot of things. And fucking right as hell
You want my what?
is one of them. Jorky's telling me about his bacon-wrapped cream cheese-filled jalapenos. I really want some. I'd really love to have your cream. So yeah,
Oh my God,
it was
yeah.
Megami Tensei first. That's what I was looking. That's what I was thinking of. So it's Megami Tensei, and then it becomes Shin Megami Tensei later.
Gotcha.
So yeah, 1987.
That's pretty early.
Yeah,
That is
pretty
That's
fucking
an
early.
settler.
And I gotta
And
tell
no-
you, these games are aged. Aged. Woof. It's hard to play these games now.
They need a character in Smash.
Yeah. Some guy made a post making fun of, like, can you believe that this Soul Hackers 2 game has Persona characters in it?
Oh god. Oh god.
And I saw this meme. So a lot of people have been asking me how I feel about Elden Ring. And I
Mhm.
saw this meme that perfectly encapsulated how I feel about it.
Yeah. How do you
So
feel about it?
there was a meme, and it was like this guy was like, "Yo, Elden Ring's coming out. Are you hype, dude?" And the guy's like, he just like shadows over his face, and he's like, "No." And he's like, "You're kidding, dude. Everyone's hyped for Elden Ring." And then it like shows him like looking down, like shadows over his eyes, and then it's Cyberpunk in the background. Another game and another game, like a bunch of games that just came out. And then the guy's like, dude, and then he cuts him off. He's like, "There is no hype anymore."
Yo,
Battlefield, yeah.
Yeah, ever since actually, you know what? It's been a long string of disappointment, hasn't it? Like you can go as far back as like freaking what? Fallout 4 had a very rough start, didn't it? But the one after that was like an absolute crash. What was it?
It was the online one.
Yeah, like 776 or some shit like that.
Yeah,
that
I know
one-
what you're
that one
talking
just-
about.
That one just ruined the series.
76.
Fallout 76.
Thank
Gotcha.
you, Rapid. Fallout 4 was okay. After they like
Mhm.
patched it, it was good.
Yeah.
And yeah, 76 was the one that fucking bombed. Like that was just fucking broken.
And Killing Floor 2. The one we don't talk about. Freaking Lawbreakers had me excited when I seen the trailer, and just like it died the next day. It's the saddest shit. Like it had like what, like day one. Day one was like 2 million people were
See
in the
what
servers.
Atakash just said.
Yeah.
Ada,
Anthem.
we're not supposed to talk about that, Atakash. Collectively as gamers, we promised we would never bring that up again, Ada. You can't do this.
How could you do such a thing?
God damn it, Atakash.
Oh my god, what a shit post.
What a fucking shit post. Heroes did forget Anthem, and you made him remember. I hope you're happy, Atakash.
You lost the game, dude.
Anthem, I knew not to trust when it was shown. We all lost the game. Okay, well let me talk about it. Let me talk about it. So my buddy Jared roped me into that game. So I knew nothing about it. I never really keep up with gaming news stuff. Like even this stuff I don't know. I have it on the computer in front of me. I'm looking it up.
Yeah.
But what? Ooh, Atelier Sophie 2? What the fuck is that? Is that like a sequel to Atelier Iris? Well, anyway,
Huh?
never mind. But anyway, my buddy messaged me and he's like, "Yo, we should play this game together." And we were playing World together, and he was like, "It's called Anthem. We should try it out." And it was the free weekend or the free week that they were like, trying it out. And I was like, "Okay, let's try it." And we played it, and I swear, I have never been so fucking bored in my life. We played the game for like a couple hours, and I was like, this is boring. I was like, there's nothing to do. Like, we just shoot shit and run away and fly. And he's like, yeah, it looked a lot cooler in the trailers. And then I watched the trailers and I was like, what the fuck? This is nothing like the game I just played. And then, and then it all happened. And then everything came crashing down. And it was all over the news and shit. It was like the election. Like, you just can't get away from it. Everyone knows about it. And I was like, oh my goodness. It was so fucking bad. Oh my goodness. Oh, I can't wait till they make Anthem 2 anyway. I'll buy it. I'll buy it day one, baby.
No, that happens. Like, I really hate when something's overhyped and everybody tries to get you hyped for it, and then it's just like an absolute crash. You're just totally disappointed. It's like the worst experience.
Someone did say something about, I hate how everyone's hyping up Elden Ring. It's just not going to live up to this hype. That's another thing. When people build up a game so much by talking about it and like praising it, like before it even comes out, then when it comes out, you have such a high expectation that it, like, sometimes it's an incredulous expectation it will never meet. Overhyped game? Legend of Dragoon isn't like that. Well, that's different. That game's already out.
Yeah.
Like, you could play that right now and know. Like, overhyped before it comes out is different than overhyped after you played it.
There's 300 reviews on YouTube.
Right, go find one of them and watch it and then form your opinion. Elden Ring, like, hasn't been out. Like, you just see gameplay footage.
Venom Man, he got an early access to play it, and he said it was a good game, but that people that do like Souls-like would probably feel a little bit mixed about it. And that was a very interesting way to approach it. Because like it seems like as opposed to like a normal Souls-like game where you can focus on one build, it's more of a game that seems to want you to gear towards multiple builds. And if that's the case, I'm really curious how. Like I'm really curious how.
Oh, it's out,
Souls-like...
Heroes? Send me a copy then. Give me a link to a copy I can buy.
But yeah, I'm really interested in how Souls-like players that are fans of the series will appreciate it. I'm really interested in seeing how that goes. But for now, I'm gonna be playing the games that I know that there's a big fan base behind when it comes to Dark Souls.
Hold on
1.
1 second. I gotta respond to Dom real quick.
So did CG Project Red!
Ouch. Ouch. God, I love your effects.
Thank you.
But yeah, no. Bloodborne. A lot of people seem to like Bloodborne. I'm interested in playing the Souls-like series. Well, the Souls-like games, I should say.
I don't think I've ever played Neo though. I wanted to look
Neo?
at that. Yeah.
I've seen a little bit of the gameplay.
I've just seen Unsourced play it. It looks kind of cool. He says it's awful though. What is?
I don't know.
Marvel's
Charlie
Midnight
played it recently.
Suns?
It looks tough. I like that idea of like aging as you die.
I don't even know what most of these games are. What is Scorn? That looks cool. Looks different.
Zero clue what Scorn is.
Scorn is an upcoming first-person biopunk survival horror adventure video game. How many adjectives can you fit into a fucking... Like, I swear, that's all they do now is they just toss more adjectives in that bitch. And they're like, yeah. So we've got a fucking survival horror adventure puzzle, platforming, dick-sucking, cockmongering, cum-guzzling, adventure platformer game. It's going to be the next big thing. It's going to be the next big genre, honestly. They just do that so it'll be in its own genre.
It'll be in every genre.
They just always toss one more word in there. That's why biopunk's in there.
Well, that's how you win the tag system, though. That's how you win the tag system. Just toss every single tag on the game. Every genre, every subgenre, just toss it all in there.
Yeah, I never keep up with games that are coming out, specifically for the reason that they all crash and burn.
Mm-hmm.
Or they get like patches later. So like, why would I buy a game like as soon as it comes out, you know? as opposed to like waiting for it to be fully completed with DLC and extra stuff. I don't know. The images I'm looking at for Scorn look kind of cool. Like, really gritty looking pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Reminds me of like Hellraiser.
No, really? Hellraiser
Yeah.
was fun.
Squishy. That's the only thing I can use to describe this. It looks very squishy. I don't even know if I could show this stuff on stream.
Wait, is Squishy here yet?
No, I don't think Squishy is here yet. Squishy would let us know.
Squishy's here.
And another Gran Turismo. Let's fucking go. We don't have
Oh,
enough.
there's Gran Turismo. There's Gran Turismo. It has to release with every
It has to
single
release
console.
with every console, baby. Every console. Okay, so here's what I have on this list. It's Elden Ring at the top, Marvel's Midnight Suns, Strangers of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origins. The rest of it's cut off. Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, Forspoken, Redfall, Starfield, Grid Legends, Gran Turismo 7, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, 2 Point Campus, Cuphead: The Delicious Last Course, Test Drive, Unlimited Solar Crown, Stalker 2: Heart of Chernobyl. Bro, give me a VR game where I can explore Chernobyl. I'd buy that.
That'd be pretty cool, actually.
Scorn, Saints Row, and it's got like no picture, so who knows?
Wait,
Vampire
there's
the
a new
Mask.
Pro game?
I'll click on it in a minute. Ghostwire Tokyo, WWE 2K22. I'm sure that'll be great. And Atelier Sophie 2, The Alchemist Origin, or it just says, or Alchemist of the, I can't see the rest. On Saints Row. Saints Row is an
reboot, gotcha.
upcoming action-adventure video game and reboot of the Saints series. Oh, shit.
That sounds fun.
It's a reboot?
Saints Row is a good series. The fourth game obviously has like a really mixed amount of opinions, but
Well,
it was
who
only
cares?
supposed to be DLC.
No, who fucking cares? Let's talk about Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga and why we're buying
100%,
this.
100%.
Why we're buying this day one and playing this on stream. I'm not gonna lie, dude. The Lego games are a fucking banger. They're always really good.
Are
like-
they? I've always wanted to play them, and I never have.
I
always
bought
wanted to
them.
play them.
I bought them for my son, right?
Mhm.
I bought the Lego games for my son. I bought him a couple of them. I think I bought him the Harry Potter and the Marvel ones, and like I bought them specifically for him, and he just like kind of played them, and then I was like, let me give this a shot. Oh my god, dude, they're so funny. They are so funny and goofy. It's like the perfect mix of like fun game and goofy scenario. Every one of them is so good, and it's like they're all the same game, but like they're just hilarious. Like I 100% stand behind them.
They look really fun. They definitely do look really fun.
You're a banger, D. I'll bang you.
Easy sales to parents at GameStop.
And yeah, they're just decent games, fun and such. They brought back the mumbles. Wait, what the fuck are the mumbles?
What are the
Like,
mumbles?
When they talk, like they mumble?
What?
Or is there
Con-
mumble rap in the background?
Kanye, explain yourself.
Kami was more focused on the situation. Kami was charming. Early games, they just made noises. Then they started to have voice acting. Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Oh, that's what you mean. Gotcha.
You know what I'm fucking excited for?
What's that?
The fucking pixel remaster of Final Fantasy VI.
That will actually be very interesting.
I am so glad they decided to go with a pixel remaster instead of like fucking doing the smoothing shit or whatever. Like it looks so good.
I'm not really a big fan of the super cartoony looking Final Fantasy remakes. Those
That's-
ones are a little goofy.
That's what you have me for, Kanye. I'll do the voice acting. Keep voice acting in a video game so Dylan can stream more. So Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin, is an upcoming action role-playing game. That's all it says.
That's all it says? That's
Yeah.
everything.
Strangers of Paradise, Final Fantasy
Really
Origin. Well, I didn't
really
click the
selling it.
Wikipedia page. It's set in a dark fantasy interpretation of the setting for the original Final Fantasy game. So it's like a reboot of the first Final Fantasy. I'm imagining this is the DMC to Devil May Cry. That's what this is. Devil May Cry / Dark Souls like. It's
So
a
hack and
reimagining
slash,
of Final
but
Fantasy.
not hack and slash.
Okay, so yeah, what Hero says, it's a reimagining of Final Fantasy 1. So that makes me think it's the DMC to Devil May Cry.
Gotcha.
Not saying it's going to be bad. I'm just saying like that's the mirror thing. The same
Gotcha.
thing but different concept, I guess.
You played the demos, right on.
I'm going to play that Final Fantasy 6 Pixel Remaster. The trailer for it looks so fucking good. I jerked to it like 30 times.
No, Final Fantasy 6 is a pretty good story. One of the best stories for Final Fantasy.
Wait, did it just come out? There's like the first thing that came up was just starting Final Fantasy 6 Pixel Remaster. It's finally here, and this person is live right now.
Is it out?
I don't know. The only thing I'm happy about is that Sabin can still suplex the motherfucking train. Let's fucking go.
Oh, wonderful. Everybody has to. Everybody has to. Fighting in front of a train, like, that never made sense to me, but it was... it just has to happen.
If you're not fighting an RPG, and like that's what most JRPGs need now, is they need you to fight the fucking... They need you to... No, the ghost ship. Whenever the ghost ship shows up, you need to fucking fight it. Are you kidding me? Let's go.
It has to be speeding towards you, too. And you just have to float in front of it. Just full-on Bleach style.
Gosh, your lighting is awful today.
It is, yeah.
Okay, so this is the trailer. It just hits you with the... They hit you with the little... And it's like... Da-da-da-da! I don't know why the subtitles are in French! I don't know! The origins of the Final Fantasy series return this Sunday in the Ultimate 2D Pixel Remaster. I don't know why. I don't know why it's in French. Sorry, guys. Can we like... Does this like actually show the gameplay?
Savez-vous que bonsoir?
Oh, it's just talking about how they're doing like all the games. Yeah, so they're all...
6 to 1 with Kefka, yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're all getting pixel remasters. I didn't know that. Was 6 the one with Kefka? You're goddamn fucking right. Kefka, these fucking nuts, dude. Yeah, it looks like someone's playing it right now.
That's wild. Are we gonna watch him?
No, I don't know this guy. I don't know what he's gonna say. He might say something wholesome. We don't want that on the show.
Oh, hell no. Fuck.
Yeah, fuck
Can't
that.
have that. Garbage.
Have you been keeping track of any games? Like, are there any games you want to play, or like anything you've been like excited for to come out? When are you gonna play Elden Ring?
Yep. I don't know when I'm gonna be playing Elden Ring. No, I really do. You know, if it could happen, if it will happen, if it ever will happen, Metroid Prime 4, I want it to happen. I need it to happen. I've been holding out hope all this time, and they keep on letting me down.
I keep forgetting you're a Metroid boy.
I am.
How did you feel about the that banner that they put on that Rogue website or whatever? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I don't know how I felt about that. That was the mixed feelings.
When I saw that, it looked like an X-ray of someone with something stuck in their ass.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's exactly what it looked like. That's what I thought it was at first, and then they were like, "Oh my God, can you believe that this picture is Metroid?" And I was like, "Oh, it is?" Like, it just reminded me of the light bulb up the dude's ass in Scrubs.
Yeah, pretty much. No, yeah, Prime 4 would be great. When it came to Prime 1 and 2, I really enjoyed those games. I know the controls were jank. Everybody kind of like experiences that jank, and you either accept the jank or you don't.
I did not like any
don't,
of the Prime games.
That is fair. That's entirely fair. I can accept that. I can move on. I didn't really like Metroid Prime 3 as much, but I understood what it was going for, and I thought the concept of like including the bounty hunters in the canon, well, not the canon itself because it's a separate canon, but like including the bounty hunters that Samus would be around, because none of the other Metroid games really like focused on like the fact that there were other bounty hunters, but there must have been, and that one wanted to be like, okay, well, we're gonna bring them in, and then Samus is gonna kill them all because they're corrupted.
Yeah, so I think I played 1 and 2. I don't think I ever played 3, and I don't know, it just never felt like fun. Like I like the 2D ones, side scrolling. Those are my favorite ones. Those ones are a lot of fun.
Can we get Dom banned?
Other M is better than all of them? That's fun. Wait, which one's Other M?
Other M was the, how do you put it into words?
Because I know a lot of people talk shit about Mother M, or Other M, Mother M. Wait,
Other M.
oh my god, if you take the M and put it in front of Other, that is Mother.
Holy fuck.
Oh my god, Mother Brain is the antagonist, right?
Holy shit, what have you just done? What have you just done, Dylan? Holy fuck.
Okay, D-Echo, you can go suck a big fat dick. And I've got one right next to me.
Final Fantasy VIII over any Final Fantasy? I agree with you.
Rico, you gotta present your cock.
Alright, you want me to do that on stream?
Yeah, D wants it right now.
Alright. If I do that...
Heroes. Wait, I could have been like, wait, Other M. Move the M in front, it's Mother. Samus was in Smash Brothers with Ness. Oh my god, the meteorite that gave them their powers in Earthbound was Samus. That was Samus's ship. There you go. There's the connection.
Shit. You just connected it all. Everything's fine now. You got Mother 4. Easy. Metroid is the continuation of the Earthbound series, confirmed. You know what? I should probably grab a stick of cock. I have a bunch around the house.
Yeah, you need to. You always get some cock on you, dude. You need to be more ready with the cock.
You want me to get some cock?
Yeah, get some cock, dude.
All right, I'll go grab some cock.
What about you, chat? What are you guys excited for? What are you excited for the new year to bring you game-wise? I think this is the year Legend of Dragoon comes out. Only because I'm going to play it at some point. Kirby! I'm excited for Kirby, too. Strangers of Paradise. I'm going to have to look that one up. I don't know what that is. Strangers of Paradise. Oh, that's the Final Fantasy one. I forgot. Yeah, that's the name of it. That does look pretty cool. I'm interested in that. You said you played a demo? There's a demo out? Go get the caulk and Metroid Dread mode. I started that today. Oh, the Dread mode? That sounds... Ugh. Dread mode sounds crazy. I had a hard enough time beating the game. Triangle Strategy might be cool. Breath of the Wild 2 if it's this year. Metroid Prime 4 if this year. They were time-limited demos. Ugh. Gross. Hey, someone fucking get me a sponsor so that I can start playing these games before they come out. Jeez. I'll play games before they come out and turn off the voice acting, do it myself anyway. And then they'll be like, hey, you can't do that. And I'll be like, fuck you! Give me your money. Got it?
Locked and loaded, baby.
Man, oh shit. Put that away, dude. Your camera had to blur it out. Damn, no. His camera auto-censored it.
It's blurring me out because I'm a dick. No, I got it capped off because you always gotta have protection. But
you don't want your cock blowing off like at random places at random intervals.
This is the cheapest gun I had too.
So can we talk about something real quick? Okay.
What's that?
So Klonoa 1 and 2 are getting remade.
I want to play Klonoa.
Chrono Cross is getting a remaster,
Mm-hmm.
right?
They're doing a lot of remasters.
I just fucking
remakes
played.
and remasters.
I just played both of those. I played
Yeah,
Klonoa.
so-
I played Klonoa 2 and Chrono Cross. And this
So
this isn't the first time this has happened, Rico. I don't know if you've
Mhm,
heard
mhm.
this before, but there was a thing. There was a thing that happened. Okay, when I had a podcast on Too Many to Play,
Mhm.
and in the podcast we would talk about things, and they would happen every time. Like I want to write down the instances that there were, but there was we were talking about some games, and then they happened. If Georgie was here, Georgie remembers. But
Yeah.
Georgie's busy today. He's not going to be here. If he comes back, ask him though, because he watched. I do not remember those fucking podcasts. But every time we
Mhm.
talk about it, or something like a remaster or a remake, just it's right around the fucking corner somehow.
What games? Like, if you had to pick 10 games that you wanted remade,
Legend of
like,
Dragoon.
as your
Legend of Dragoon.
priority.
Legend of
priority.
Dragoon, Legend of 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 Dragoon, and Persona 3.
That's a
Okay.
great list of 10.
10 games that I want remade would
Yeah.
easily be Legend of Dragoon, Persona 3, Persona 2.
Mm-hmm.
I mean that's like about like because I like games in their old forms as well.
Mhm.
Threads of Fate next, baby. I already did play Threads of Fate. Here's hoping. Threads of Fate would be a cool one to see redone. I'm trying to think if there's like anything else. There's so many games I've played. I just counted yesterday. Ever since I started streaming, I'm almost at a year. March 15th is going to be my year of streaming,
Right on.
and
Right on.
I beat 63 games on stream.
That's a lot.
So it's yeah, I played a lot of games and I kind of forgot.
Wait, did you say 68?
No, it's like 63.
Okay, 63. Okay, we're almost at 69.
Yeah, but being on Tales of Vesperia, it's probably not going to happen. I mean, but when I get to 69, we're going to celebrate that shit. Have
Yeah.
I seen Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis? Wait, you mean Crisis Core?
Ever Crisis.
Ever Crisis, is that?
What's
is that...
Ever Crisis?
Thanks for the lurk, artist.
What is Final Fantasy Ever Crisis?
Never heard of it. I don't like Final Fantasy.
Oh, the compilation game that includes like Advent Children and everything.
Oh, I see. Yeah, when I played Final Fantasy VII on PlayStation, and I did not like it. I didn't get far. I really liked Crisis Core. Crisis Core was hella fun. And then I
love
played.
Crisis Core.
I have Final Fantasy VII Remake. I
Mhm.
haven't even finished it. I just stopped. I could not keep going. It was so.
I'm not big on Final Fantasy VII, but Crisis Core I loved. I really liked Crisis Core.
It's big brain for your small brain, Dylan. You got to have critical thinking skills. You mean Final Fantasy VII as a game? It was just not fun. I never got stuck.
I
just
didn't really
have fun.
enjoy the story. I didn't enjoy the characters. I think the character with the most, like the two, they were probably like if I had to really think about it, there's only like 2 or 3 characters that had personality.
When I played the remake, the one thing that kept me going was the fact there was an NPC that looked just like me. And
Mhm.
then I got to the part where you're like up in this structure and like you're like climbing around, and I was looking down at the city, and they boast
Yeah.
about how long they've been on this game. We put so much love and effort into it, blah blah blah. And I'm like up at this terrace, and you could like see down. I was like, what the? I'm looking down at the city below, and I was like, is that a fucking? It's a fucking PNG ass picture. It's just a flat
Is it?
picture. Yeah, it's just a picture. Like I was able to like see the corner of it, like because I walked in part of the corner, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, yeah, they put a lot of love into this shit. I mean, I know it's like something really nitpicky, but it was so like obvious when I saw it. It was hilarious. I was laughing so hard
Wow.
because I wasn't thinking too much of it. I only got it because I got the pre-order with like the steelbook or whatever. I really wanted the soundtrack disc. That's the only reason I got it.
Mm-hmm.
And we were gonna play it on our YouTube channel when it came out. And then I was like, well, this is a bad idea. I hope the monetization model they use is a free hub app and you pay for the games added to it. Oh yeah, he's saying that this Ever Crisis game is going to be a mobile game, I think.
Ah, gotcha.
7 is the one I replayed the most. It has big emotional meaning to me. Same with the Kingdom Hearts series. 8 I just never finished. See, so I think that's where it's funny. People are on either side of the fence with that. Either you love Final Fantasy 7 and 8 or 7 and hate 8, or love 8 and hate 7. It's kind of like with Cross and Trigger. Like, seriously. That's what I've always seen. And then, like, the same thing. So basically, D, my experience with Final Fantasy 7 is probably the same experience you had with 8. The first Final Fantasy game you finished sticks with you. Yeah, 6 was fucking dope. Loved 6. 6 was the first one I ever played, and I didn't. It was the only one out of like all the pixel games that I actually really enjoyed. The 3D games, Final Fantasy 9 was the first one I played.
After the first 3, I would agree with that. I don't think the first 3 are really like ones that you would emotionally tie yourself to. Generally, like 4 and on, those are the ones that have the story focus. It's kind of similar to Dragon Quest series because like the first 3 in Dragon Quest aren't really all that story focused, but then 4 is the one that just goes full. It just tosses you with so many different character stories and just lines them all up beautifully. 5 was great. 6 was great. Well, 6 was good.
I tried to play Final Fantasy 1, and holy shit.
Grindy.
It is. Well, no, I never knew where to go. I never knew where to go, ever. Like, it was just constantly talking to people and never knowing what's next. Like, I think I played it on the Game Boy Advance, because I think it came out on the Advance or something, or like the DS. I don't remember.
The original Final Fantasy was on NES.
Yeah, no, there was like
manual.
it was either one or another one, but they did remake them for the Game Boy Advance, I think. I remember playing it on. I remember playing one of them on a handheld, and I could not.
1 and 2 were on Game Boy Advance.
I could not fucking find where to go next. I got so fucking frustrated, and then like I looked up a guide, and the guide didn't fucking help. Like the guide was just telling me everything to do ever, like to like 100% the game, and I was like, I just want to finish the story. And then then the game's like, what story, bitch? You're the hero of light. You're the hero of light, motherfucker. Go be the hero, bitch. Go.
That's what I felt like the first few games were like, yeah. And then 4 was like, 4 was either you like it or you don't, but like 4 did have a story, and it did focus on having a story instead of just being like, here's our gameplay and that's about it. Go figure it out. That's what the first 3 feel like to me.
I heard that 3 was the absolute epitome of the worst Final Fantasy game ever.
3 was the grindiest, and it didn't have anything really substantial to it. It was not a great game.
Yeah, 6 was great. I actually made my first D&D character after Locke.
No, 6 is one of the best stories, for sure. Easy. In terms of the 2D ones, it's the best.
Yeah, that was my first game because my brother made me play it because he was for the longest time his code or his screen name, like username, was Sabin. And I remember the first thing he showed me, he was like, "Hey, check this out," and then he showed me Sabin suplexing the train, and I was like,
yes.
What? And then I played it, and
flipping
I was
the
like,
train.
and then the whole thing with Kefka happens, and I was like, no, he didn't, really? Oh, like up to that point, my fragile, innocent mind was shattered. I was like, there's no way that this happens. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say it to spoil it for just in case.
Yeah. Apparently,
But,
the Japanese version story is even heavier than you'd expect.
Oh, really? Here we go. Rico flexing his Japanese.
No, I haven't done it. Like, no, I've only heard from people that are fans of the series for the.
Yeah. I'm definitely not gonna play it on stream.
Well, I mean, eventually, maybe. But apparently, it's like really strong in themes. Oh my god! As in, like, the story is much heavier than it was originally in the English version.
I'm really excited to get the Tales of Arise, honestly.
That's fair. That's fair. It looks fun. I haven't played it yet.
I've heard a lot of people. I've kept away from it completely. A lot of people have been saying like people who haven't played Tales games have been like, "This is fucking great. Really good game. Best way to get into the franchise is to, like, start here with Tales of Arise." Like, even like veterans of the franchise have been like, play Tales of Arise first if you're getting into it, and then wean yourself down the ladder. Don't start with to Fantasia, because it's like a big downgrade combat wise. Like, try to work backwards, and it gets harder as you go backwards. And here I am starting from the bottom to the top. So I'm like
Mhm.
really excited to get through the games I have left to go through. I'm excited to get through them because I have a fucking ache to play Persona games right now.
Yeah.
And I know it's
That's
gonna be
understandable.
it's gonna be like another fucking year of Tales games, I swear.
Yeah, you've gone through a lot so far, and I don't imagine you're touching any of the mobile ones. Cause like, why?
No. The mobile ones don't mean anything to me. So
Doesn't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did-
Are,
Fantasia,
be trying?
Destiny, Symphonia, Eternia, Legendia, Abyss, and I'm halfway through Vesperia.
Mhm. Are you going to be trying to do some of the DS ones if you can?
That's actually the next one, Rebirth. Or well, Rebirth is the
Gotcha.
PSP one. Innocence is. I was trying to get a Vita.
Mhm.
I'm playing Vesperia to see if I could get a Vita so I could jailbreak it and play
Yeah.
both of these games in their like high def versions. That
Yep.
way I don't have to play the shitty DS counterparts.
Yeah.
I
That's
tried the
fair.
mobile game. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna stream a mobile game, honestly.
It's not that hard actually.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Just say, oh yeah, no, you're right, Dylan. Just don't play mobile games ever. Okay. I promise, Rico, I'll never play mobile games.
I
just don't
mean,
like
I'm
mobile
sure there's
games.
good mobile games out there. I've just never found one that I've enjoyed long enough to stick to.
There was two. There were two that I played that were okay. I played the Disgaea. There's a Disgaea one that came out. I played that for a little bit, and like I got like all my characters like level 1,000 or whatever, and you can get to 99.99, so almost it caps at like 10K, but
Mhm.
it becomes so grindy after that. I got everyone to 1,000 and stopped, and then the other one I played, there was a Shin Megami game that came out for mobile, which was just
Mhm.
a Shin Megami game for mobile. Except, like,
Well,
you'd get locked out after you'd used so much energy. I played the shit out of that. I actually got,
Yeah.
I beat the story. I beat all the story that they had up to that point, and then I stopped playing because I had nothing else to do.
Well, most mobile games tend to be like gotcha games, don't they? Like One Piece is all gotcha, Naruto's all gotcha, yeah, Fire Emblem's all gotcha. Like, there's a lot of games that are just focused around an anime or a video game series. Toss you a gotcha series and just toss the characters in. Just give you that sense that you can spend time with the characters, but not have a serious like thing to focus on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's something to casually experience and enjoy for the most part. I don't know how many serious plots there are out there. I know the One Piece one is like basically you run through the entire story and that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think that the Dragon Ball Z one is like that too. And maybe Naruto, but I don't know them all by experience itself. I just know what I've touched.
what I hate about mobile games is like, so like, I could buy, like, let's say I bought Tales of Arise, right? I bought Tales of Arise for $60. I could play that game for hours and hours and hours, and then like not be like brick walled into stopping. But then when you have a mobile game that like makes you like buy energy, like Hero said, you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
So like, I get that you don't pay for like the mobile game, but like what they charge for you to like continue to keep playing in like one day is like kind of ludicrous. Like usually like the stuff we want to play, like to get energy back, like they want you to spend like $4.99, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then like if you do that every single day, or if you even do that for a week, you've already spent like a AAA title game on this mobile game and you still haven't gotten fucking anywhere.
Yeah.
Or like you've made like a huge amount of progress and now you're stonewalled again until you pay more money.
Mm-hmm. No, that definitely is how most mobile games feel to me, and that's one of the reasons I don't tend to touch them. Like I'll play like Polytopia or something like that once in a while with friends, because like that's strategy, right? That's more like chess and shit like that. But outside of that, I don't really like to touch story-based games for mobile because I usually feel like either it's just gonna give me a brick wall that I have to like wait and play, which is usually not what works for my time.
Or the gameplay
Or-
sucks.
It's usually the gameplay sucks. Or usually it feels really uninspired. And
Yeah.
I'm sure there's really creative ones out there, but I don't want
There's
to spend the
such
time looking.
It's such a vast sea, There's such a vast fucking sea of mobile games. You really
Yeah,
have
there's,
to
like-
fucking search to find like the good stuff.
Well, I mean, there's 8,000 Spider-Man clones.
Right. And there's a bunch of there's like at least 2 million erotic puzzles. Don't ask me how I
Yep,
know
yeah.
that.
Yeah, who
Yeah, I
knew, Bob?
definitely haven't finished half of them.
True.
Will Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis be on the Switch? A Switch version of Ever Crisis seems unlikely, considering the game is designed for mobile devices. But the Switch is mobile. The Switch is a mobile device. You bitch. Don't lie to me. Yeah, bro, I don't know how to feel about the state of games anymore. There's like nothing's like really inspired me like shit used to. Like there's everything that's come out has felt like soulless, or like it's like you beat it and like just never think or talk about it again. Like I can't even, like when I was thinking my buddy was asking me what are like the newest games I played. I can't even fucking remember what the newest games I played are. I remember all the old games I played. I can't remember any of the new ones. I remember Metroid Dread, and that's it. Or Metroid Dread and Neo: The World Ends With You. I can't really remember anything else.
That's true for me as well. Like I prefer to like look for things that are niche in video games for like the retro era than I would look for new things that might take my interest, because for me there's just so much unexplored territory when it comes to like a lot of the more vintage stuff, a lot of the more niche stuff that just gets overlooked. Like I find there's a lot more out there that has a lot more passion behind it, because it was in the earlier stages where they actually had to like focus on this is our limit for the cartridge, this is our limit for the disc, and we're gonna have to use that space as wisely as possible. And a lot of studios did a really good job, even if they didn't get noticed for it. And I love to experience those titles. I love to be able to be like, yo, I love to be able to experience something and be able to say that it was a really moving or a really good experience gameplay wise, or anything like that that just came out as something unique for the time, for whatever it was. It would be great to find another Legend of Dragoon or something like that and just be completely captivated by the world or the experience itself. And in new things, I can't find that, because everything either looks similar, feels similar, or
has like the same line.
Yeah, like there's a lot of cliches. Obviously, you're gonna find a lot of tropes in games. Like games have been around for a long time, just as books have been around for a long time. You're gonna find tropes everywhere. But when it comes to the passion that goes into it in a game, like you can tell when there's a lot of passion behind something because there's a unique feeling to it, and it's hard to put into words when you're playing something. But I think like when it comes to like even when it came to early Persona, like there was something there that they were trying to do, and you could feel, you can tell that they were trying to be unique with it. There's a lot of series out there that have that kind of a vibe. Even if you look as far back into NES or like the Wonder Swan and stuff like that, like there were really unique titles that did their best to capture something.
I was about to say, hello Clark, first of all, but Heroes, you're talking about Under Hero and Wonder Song, which are both 5 years old at this point, and they're indie games. I'm talking about the mainstream AAA games that come out, like those like big titles that come out. Like obviously like Under Hero and like and Wonder Song, I didn't even hear about those. Those. What have I heard about? Fucking Elden Ring for like my whole fucking life, it feels like. Who knows, like, how that's going to turn out? Like, I mean, if it ends up being really bad, it's going to be like Cyberpunk, you know? But I didn't hear about Under Hero and Wonder Song, and that's a shame, because if I had heard about them when they came out, I would have loved to fucking play them, but that shit goes under the radar, and those are indie games. Those are specifically indie games. Well, you will only find interesting games in indie titles, and there's so many... Sorry, go ahead.
There's so much passion. There's so much passion behind indie games. That's the thing. Like an independent developer is going to be more likely to put more passion in something they really want to put out into the world, whether it's like just a small team or just the individual themselves. They're going to put a lot more into that to bring it out to make it shine than these major companies are doing right now, because they don't need to put that effort in anymore, and they have all the space they can possibly use.
It's the same with anything, Rico. So like even with YouTubers, right? Like you know, you look at like the biggest YouTubers, and what do? They do the same shit all the time. They basically talk about drama, or they do the same video game stuff. Like they don't stray far from their formula. They're scared to. And then you have like the smaller creators who want to be known, so they have like really enriching, fun content, but you can't find it.
Yeah.
So discoverability is like I'd say discoverability is the issue. Like, these big companies, like, overshadow so much of everything, it's impossible to be seen.
Dom, can I have that on a plaque, please?
If I hear one more person compare Souls to Cyberpunk, I'm going to tear my head off. I'm not comparing it to it. They're totally different games. I mean, I'm comparing scenarios. You want me to say Anthem? Okay. Elden Ring could be like Anthem. How's that? Is that better? I love how collectively everyone just stopped. Everyone was bitching about Anthem for the longest time, and then everyone just stopped. Everyone stopped talking about it.
Yeah, that may have to do with that may have to do with everyone's current experience of it.
Review copies are out. Anthem was garbage since beta. I don't trust fucking review copies either. I don't trust the people.
Fair.
I swear, you can. There's like very rare people you can trust with fucking review copies. Because I mean, you look at like what was the didn't that Sonic remake game came out? Sonic Colors. There was
Sonic
so many
Colors.
Yeah, there were so many
no.
people like praising it, and there was like one person who was like looking for stuff to like bitch about it.
They didn't even have to try.
It's hard to complain about a game when it's so goddamn boring. See, I don't know. So, like, I mean, these people get, like, free copies of a game, and some of them get paid to advertise it. So how can you trust that opinion? So, like, I only trust what I play. I can't trust anybody else. You can't trust anybody else unless they're, like, a personal friend who has actually seen it and felt it and played it. Iron Pineapple said it's good, so I can't really see it being bad. And then when it does end up, if it does end up being bad, you're gonna completely forget you made that comment, and you're just gonna jump on the fucking bandwagon of hating it, like everyone does. I swear, everyone will be like, "Oh, well, this person said, reputable studio said this is really good," and then they're gonna be like, "Well, we're sorry, that was the review copy was like garnered, like to look better and play better than this, blah 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 blah." And then it's gonna play like shit, and then you're gonna be like, "Man, that game is shit. I've been saying it since day one."
I love the title, reputable studio. Can we get that trademarked?
Let's go.
Reputable studio.
I know you would, Dom, but like I'm saying, I would give you recorded audio. I'm saying like a huge portion of people are bandwagon people. That's why like Twitter is always like leaning one way. Because like if people see traction on something, they jump on it because they wanna try and advertise their shit if like they get likes and stuff.
One negative word, they run.
I do not believe in anymore buying day one games. I don't think it should be done anymore. I think you should wait till it comes out. Wait till they find the inevitable bugs and patch them out. Wait till that inevitable day one patch. Let it be done. That's why I don't go out and I don't buy new games anymore. I'll wait for it to come out, and then if I hear it's good from a bunch of people, and like Dylan, this would really be a good game for you to play. Because also as a streamer, dude, what am I supposed to do? You want me to play Elden Ring when it comes out? Everyone's gonna play Elden Ring when it comes out. What do you mean? Who's gonna want to watch me play Elden Ring? When your favorite streamer or like Amaranth is fucking playing it while she's playing it with her nipples. Why wouldn't you watch that instead?
I'd watch that, honestly.
I know.
Sounds amazing.
Exactly. There's gonna be. I waited on Pokemon until I watched people play. That's smart, Dom. Tio, go drink some milk and then come back. Get your Milky Wilkies real quick. Milk. Hi, Tio. I'm keeping that experience to myself. I'm just greedy like that. Greedy sweetie, baby. I love to hear
I've
it.
never really understood like streaming something the day it comes out, unless you have like a super established community. If you're already like super high up there and you have like thousands of viewers, that makes sense. Like they're probably relying on you to play the games they can't afford. But it's a lot different when you're a small streamer and you're just this is what you do. You play games.
Right.
If you're going to be playing something massive, well, you're not going to really be expecting, new people to come in from that experience if it's something brand new, because nobody's going to be looking at the bottom of the list.
I love when I get rated by somebody and it's like, oh, hey, what's up? You know, and they'll be like, yeah, you were like the only one playing this game, so we rated you.
It happens
I love
a
that.
lot.
I fucking love that. I love playing games no one else is playing.
Knackle did the same thing. Like, for the longest time, he was finding all kinds of people that way. Because you play all these crazy PlayStation games, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, Heroes, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm talking about, like, stream-wise. Like, if you're trying to stream a brand new game, you know, you're just gonna have... You have to deal with the market, competing with other people to, like, watch you and stuff. Because, I mean, ultimately, you know, I want you guys to be here. You know, I don't want you guys to want to shy away. And then there's being afraid to be spoiled. If you play a new game, a lot of people don't want to see that. Like, I had a couple friends who played Shin Megami Tensei 5 when it came out and Tales of Arise. I stopped watching them for a couple of weeks while they played those games. And I really liked watching them. And I hate when they do shit like that and I can't watch them because I don't want to spoil it for myself.
That's true. No, I'm the same way. Like, whenever something new comes out, I can't watch it in order. Like, I don't want to get spoiled either when it comes to certain things. Like, there's a lot of games out there I don't want to be spoiled on, and it's hard to... Like, I'll still toss the lurk, obviously, right? But I'll avoid the audio just for the sake of not being spoiled.
Yeah.
And I'd like to be in that community. Like, I'd like to be in the chat those times. I'd like to be able to hang out.
Well, Heroes, that
really
was
unfortunate.
That was the second part of my argument. The second part of my argument was for streamers to play. The first part is that the game could be shit. It could be fucking garbage. It could have a bunch of broken shit in it. And then you're just like dropping $60 on this game, you know, that you don't know is actually good yet. Or like you're just relying on other people you don't fucking know. I don't understand that. Like even if you like watch someone who's like a reputable game reviewer, some people are wrong, you know? Some people's opinions differ from yours. If Elden Ring is shit, I will eat literal shit live on stream. No, drink milk. If it's bad, I want it in writing right now. If it's bad, you will drink milk on stream. A whole glass, baby.
1 TO1 cup of milk. Oh my gosh.
If it's bad, I'll drink an entire gallon. Let's go. He said it. Screen cap that, Clark. Screen cap that, Clark.
Can we get a clip?
If it's bad, I will drink milk with Tio on stream. Okay, Dom, no, you have to drink my milk.
That's my job.
So, yeah, that's just my stance, though. I just don't get why. I mean, I can get it if you want to, like, brag about it and be like, I played this game when it came out, but it's a video game, you know? It's going to exist forever for the near future, you know? You have plenty of time to get it. You have within a year to, like, get that game later. Unless you're, like, truly, truly hyped. Like, I get it if you, like, really do love the series and you buy a game. That's, like, the only reason I could see buying a game day one. Because I did that with Neo The World Ends With You. Because I love The World Ends With You, and it's literally been fucking 14 years since that game came out. So I've been starved for that content. But yeah, but typically I can wait. It's just the if things weren't broken, like if things released in a full version and didn't need a day one patch, I'd probably buy more games. But the way like every game comes out and people fucking lambast it, it really scares me from buying a brand new game.
Yeah, a lot of games have needed patches. There's DLC that comes out.
$60 is a lot of money.
DLC is expensive.
Yeah, I mean, $60 is a lot of money, and a deluxe edition that's like $100 to get all the future DLC or whatever. That's a lot of fucking money. Whether you have a job or not, it's just that's a lot of investment to put in a game that could be really bad that you can't return after you get it.
Yep.
That's just how it would be.
True.
So like it's there's a lot of stuff that goes into it for me because yeah, I typically what I would always do is I would buy the next console after the generation was over. So when the next console would come out, I'd buy the previous console. I would never get the console when it first released because they'll have fucking 3 inferior versions come out at first, and then they'll have the fucking diehard bullshit fucking big ass ape gorilla monkey version that fucking like shits out games for you. The only one I don't regret buying day of was the PS3 because it has backwards compatibility.
The poor 360.
The
And
fucking
Red Ring of Death.
360, yeah.
Melting discs. That traumatized a lot of people. That was a big hit on Microsoft. Freaking melting discs.
God, Tio. Oh, did you ask that? Can you even make a whole gallon before tomorrow? Listen, dude. my wife's been on, you know, it's been that time, so I could probably make a gallon.
Jesus.
I had 3 of them because of that red fucking ring. Dude, Clark, did you ever hear my story with the 360? I don't know. You might not have been here. So it's funny. I bought the 360 when it came out, right? I got it, brought it home, and I went to play. I forget what game it was. I think it was a Halo game. Or no, I just went to boot it up. Actually, I didn't even put a game in. I went to boot it up, right? Red ring. As soon as I hit the button, I had a red ring as soon as I hit the fucking button. And I called Microsoft. This was like the day it came out. I called Microsoft support, and I told them about what happened, and they basically told me to eat shit and kill myself. They were like, when I talked to them on the phone, they were like, well, can you do this? Try this. Have you tried unplugging it, plugging it back in, resetting the game? And I was like, yeah, it just gives me this flashing red ring, and nothing happens. And they're like, well, you must have dropped it or something. That's on you. There is this warranty, but you're going to have to pay this and this to get it shipped to us. And, like, I tried to call them after that, and I couldn't get in touch with... Like, every time I tried to get in touch with them, it was just, like, always, like, I must have broke it or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then... so then I have this 360 that it's just a fucking paperweight sitting in my house that I paid a whole bunch of money for. And, everyone starts bombing it for the review, for, like, that shit. And I didn't keep up with, like, media like that. So they were giving out, like, free Xbox 360s, and I didn't fucking know. I didn't know.
Oh,
so I still have that broken-ass 360 upstairs! I've never bought an Xbox product again.
That's really unfortunate. I've always wanted to get into, like, repairing consoles just as a hobby. Like, handhelds and whatnot as well.
All it was like, the red ring was caused by, like, some cooling issue. The thermal paste. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all it fucking was.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all they had to do
Which
was
is really
fucking...
easy to repair.
Yeah, all they had to do is be like, hey, we'll take it back. We'll take a look at it, you know. Or, like I could have taken it to a... Because I couldn't take it to a store. The stores would tell me to get fucked. I had to call Microsoft support and then ship it to them. So, like...
Yeah.
Fuck me, right? How dare I buy an Xbox product? So I just have not fucked with it ever again. I know I have Windows, but that's not their game console. Like, I haven't had an Xbox since. I've never played a 360. I've never played the Xbox One. I did play the original Xbox. I liked it. That's why I got the 360. I had fun with the original Xbox.
Yeah.
Go ahead and pump some Dylan milk into the air vents. It'll clean up that red ring real quick. Basically thermal paste. No, you're right. It's an absolute cooling unit. Microsoft said the same thing when my optic drive shit went out of my OG Xbox One, and they were like, oh, you gotta buy the one. I said, fuck that, and replace the optic drive myself. Lasted 5 more years. Yeah, I had a really bad experience, and I was like, man, if this is how they're gonna treat their customers now, even if, like, they do get really popular, because 360 was, like, their do or die. Like, that was their console game market, like, because the Xbox wasn't great. And the 360 was their claim to fame to become a contender, and I was like, fuck them. I was like, even if they become big, I guarantee they'll shit on every single one of us.
Yeah,
so
pretty much.
I stuck with PlayStation, who also shits on everybody. Just kidding! I built a fucking PC, baby, and I'm a pirate! Let's go!
Let's go!
All these big companies make me a pirate. They've earned it.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree.
And then Nintendo. That Nintendo shit. Have you heard about that? With they're getting rid of, like, their virtual markets for, like, the Wii U and 3DS and stuff.
Wii U, yeah.
They get rid of they give you no way. They give you no way to get these games, and then they're like, "Don't pirate our stuff, please."
Well, that's what they did with the Wii, and then, like, you bought legitimate goods, and then they close off your access to being able to re-download them. But you're going to be able to re-download anything you purchased 3DS and Wii U, but you're not going to be able to get anything new. But on the Wii, they completely closed down the shop and gave you no access to re-download anything, which is legitimate theft in my opinion.
Hi, Unsourced.
That's BS.
Thanks for the raid, Unsourced.
Hi, Unsourced.
Hi, Unsourced is rating us right now. I love this clip. I
Unsourced.
love this clip of whatever he is. That Valorant or something? I don't know. It's just like nothing, and then he just goes at the end. Yeah, that's the second time that clip was played when he rated me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey guys, what's up? How'd the
How's it
stream go,
going?
Unsourced? We were just shit talking based
Everybody.
swashbuckling. Fuck big publishers. Let's go. Me, emulate a game from 25 years ago, Nintendo. We will never financially recover from this. I made this Twitter post. It was fucking hilarious. Oh my god. I wrote this in a haze. I'm gonna find this. But yeah, they give you no way to access their old games, and then they're like, you can't pirate this. That's not allowed. And then I'm just like, watch me, hacker man. And then I have every game in my library. Boom. Let's go. What are you gonna do, Nintendo? I'm your god now.
Well, I mean, most of the game titles, like even if you're going to get a legitimate copy, you're getting it off eBay. The money doesn't go back to Nintendo. The money doesn't go back to PlayStation or anything, right?
Yeah.
Like when you're purchasing games in order to not pirate, the money's not going there anyway. And they're not giving you the ability to purchase a physical or a digital copy for most of the games that they've made.
I just don't fucking get it, man.
It's stupid.
Where is this? Bro, I wrote this whole ass story making fun of Nintendo. It was a fever dream. I blacked out and wrote this shit. I'm trying to find it. Rico, keep talking. Keep talking.
Keep talking. Gotcha.
Yeah, keep talking.
Rico, it's a
Keep
stage
going.
shutdown. Downloads are not going to be available indefinitely. I mean, that's the thing though. Like, I got really upset about the Wii. I had a few things on the Wii, and like I still technically do, but my Wii, like my original Wii, the laser doesn't read. Okay, you go ahead. I was just making time. I
Okay,
was buying time.
so this is when the whole Smash Ultimate thing happened, or what, the Smash Melee thing. You know how they shut down the tournaments because of like they were playing with a modded version that made online play better, and they banned it. So I wrote this in response to that. The year is 2035. I finally got my hands on a Smash Ultimate mod that makes the online play smooth for highly competitive play. I rush to the underground bunker ready to play with friends. As soon as I boot the game up, the ceiling above me shakes. I peek my head out to see men in suits. It's Nintendo's lawyers. They found me again. They drag me out of the bunker and beat me with copyright papers and briefcases, while they seize all of my consoles and accessories. They laugh and walk away. As I lay there, I take out a picture of Satoru Iwata, and a single tear falls as I say, "Is this the future you wanted?" It was like one of...
Jesus, it's hilarious. A wordsmith here.
Tear wrenching.
I felt
know.
that.
I know. Like one of my first fucking Twitter posts. It was a time in my life. Hold on. Can I?
That felt personal.
I don't know what happened to me that made me write that all out, but felt funny as fuck. That's what Nintendo built their brand on, beating the shit out of poor people. I don't know. I always thought Nintendo was like more homebodies. Like at first, it felt like they like really cared about people, and then like I mean, when you get so big, I guess you just lose that that family, home friendly sensibility or whatever. I don't know.
When I was a kid, the very first piece of mail that I ever sent, aside from one to my grandfather, was to Nintendo, and I got a response from Nintendo. You can't do that anymore.
just to prove I'm not lying about it. Nintendo didn't build me. Hey, Hybrid.
It's beautiful. Why does it only have 5 likes? Let me like that.
That was like one of my first posts ever. So 5 likes was like fucking a mountain.
I don't give a fuck. I'm liking it right now. Everybody in chat should too. You guys can do what you want.
So yeah, I don't know. I feel like everything's so much different than it used to be. I like to wait till games come out, Like, and they've been out for a minute before I play it. I honestly like to do... I really enjoy doing first plays on stream, so... I like to keep myself blind to a lot of games and then play them on Steam. They built
big same.
themselves by aggressively guarding their IPs when everyone else was just making garbage shovelware.
I mean, heck, I haven't
that-
even played freaking Super Mario Galaxy. That's next.
Plug the stream. Plug the stream. What are you doing? You gotta plug the stream. Do it.
I'm doing some Super Mario Galaxy tomorrow.
At
I'm gonna start it for the first time.
twitch.tv/RicoVaz with a Z. With a Z at the end.
With a Z, not an S.
Not an S, it's a Z.
Yeah, like I've been enjoying playing games for the first time lately. Like I did do a little bit of Digimon World back when I was a kid, but I never finished it. So like it was technically a first time experience to actually 100% the game. That was a really good experience for me. I liked it. Being able to go through a game for the first time with everybody is a lot of fun. Like it's a lot of fun to do that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people get to have that experience with you, like re-experience, like starting it for the first time. Or
Right, that's
like
the
that.
only way you will ever. That's the only way you will ever get it back. The only way you will ever re-experience your first time playing a game is to either not play the game for so long you forget, or to watch somebody's very first playthrough and live through them. Like that's the only way you'll ever get that first playthrough back.
Live
And,
vicariously through others.
Pretty much.
No, I love doing that, and that's one of the reasons that so many people enjoy certain games is because, like, in terms of like viewership in certain specific games, is because people really love to be able to be a part of that first time experience.
People order our patties. Poop.
Exactly. Fucking SpongeBob. No, that is the recipe, though. That is the recipe. Poop is the recipe, yo.
Streaming, it just works. Like I enjoy doing first plays and like reading shit myself, like because all the Tales games I'm on now I've played before, but I can still it's like a new experience for me because I'm reading everything myself and I'm becoming the characters and I kind of give them their personalities based on how I make them talk, as opposed to like just listening to what other people were saying. So like it feels new to me, like that's why I'm excited to play Persona, because I think I can make Persona a lot of fun. I've never played 1 and 2, so I'm excited to do that. But I know all the twists of 3, 4, and 5 because I played them all. And
Yo, I would actually like Persona 2 may not be like the best, but I think it would be really fun watching you play Persona 2.
I remember playing Persona 2, and then I got to the first dungeon where it's like it's first person and you have to turn and shit, and I was like, fuck this. I turned that shit right off. I said, not me. Not me! I ain't playing this! Dylan has split personality disorder now. Now?
Now. Now. No. There's so many great games out there, and so many that we've yet to experience.
I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, if I streamed every day, like on this schedule that I have for the rest of my life, I probably wouldn't even make a dent in all the games that are out there.
Nope.
Like, I just got to pick and choose what I'm going to play before I get too old and die.
Well, to be fair, there's a lot of bad games out there, and you can kind of like weed out some of them.
I mean, there's a lot of bad games, but there's a lot of bad games that you have to play.
That's true.
At
Yep.
least once. Like the
Especially
CDI
some-
Zelda games.
That's on the list.
Squad-a-la! We're off! I won! I'm so
not looking
hungry,
forward to it.
I could eat an Octorok. CDI Zelda Rando when? Heroes with the real questions. Best bad game recommendations. So, the Zelda CDI games, only because the cutscenes are fucking hilarious. Oh man, no. There's a couple of really bad games. I don't know if I played any on stream. I played Clock Tower 2, which was really bad, but it was so fucking funny. To just like, it was just so dumb. It was funny. Like it was you had to. There's a little girl that chases you with a knife, and I was in the kitchen. And I was like, oh, fuck, what do I do? Oh, no, I could not get away from her. She kept killing me over and over again. And I just stood in the right spot, and my character goes like this. It's a PS1 game. She turns, like, her whole body turns. She picks up the pot, turns back, and fucking yoinks it on her head. Knocks the little bitch out. Dude, I
The fuck?
laughed so fucking hard when that happened.
That sounds interesting. Sometimes a bad game can be good in a way. Like it's so bad it's good kind of thing. And there's
Like
just like bad boring.
Like Superman 64. That's
Oh
fucking
my God,
hilarious to watch.
Superman 64 is so
That's like
Yeah.
that and Sonic 06 are like the games to watch people rage on because they're like, are you fucking kidding me? What? How do I move? How do I move? Why'd I fall? Why'd I go through the floor? Because it's always different. It's like when you play Sonic 06, it's always different. The way you die, the way some shit breaks, it's always different every time. Like it's never the same. It's never the same experience. Just some weird shit always happening.
Yeah, there's a gosh.
Resident
Sometimes,
Evil
like-
1 with the really bad voice acting. It's a fun game, but the really bad voice acting is top tier. It like makes it fucking doable.
Sometimes really bad voice acting is really fucking funny. Just the complete absence of intentional, like, intending to be a good voice actor. Just, like, paying somebody off the streets and being like, hey, can you say 3 lines for me?
You were almost a Jill sandwich. I would say Bubsy 3D, but that's just not fun at all. There's nothing fun about that. It's not even fun to make fun of that game. That game is just like the worst of the worst. So
that
bad.
game is just garbage.
It's just absolute trash.
That's just so bad, it's bad.
I'm looking at a list of games and like really bad games, and these are all just really bad games. Balan Wonderworld. That's on here. Fuck,
Nice.
never play that either. Hey, Fang!
How's it going, Fang?
Turok. Go play Turok.
The original Turok?
Yeah, Turok sucks.
Weren't the first 3 Turoks all wave-based?
I don't
And-
remember. Turok isn't that bad. I just remember having a really fucking hard time with it.
Turok Evolution I did play. It's not a great game, but I kind of enjoyed it.
I played the one on the
it-
64, and I just got lost.
There's 3 on the 64, I think. And at least 2 and 3 are on the N64. I don't know if the first one is. And they're all wave-based, I think. I haven't played all of them, though. But Turok Evolution was the first M-rated game I've ever played. And I don't know, like, because it was the first M-rated game, that's probably why I have, like, something special for it. It was really bad in terms of, like, there was a flying mechanic in the game where you'd fly a pterodactyl. And if you even scrape something even slightly, any object whatsoever, you're dead. There was no forgiveness whatsoever. You had to do everything, like, perfectly.
Hero said
The guns and the... Go ahead.
Sorry. Hero said as long as it isn't boring, even a bad game can be fun. And I think like a prime example of that is Goat Simulator. Because Goat Simulator,
yes.
Goat Simulator isn't a good game,
No.
but it's so fucking funny that it's like
is.
it's an enjoyable experience.
Yeah, no matter
Like-
what, if you ever play Goat Simulator for the first time, you enjoy the experience, even if it's not like it's basically just an asset game. Think about it, but it's fun.
Right. It's just a bunch of shit thrown into one game. Like it's just a bunch of poop jokes thrown into one game, and it's like, that's pretty good. That was funny.
It had like a Tony Hawk style way of like doing all the combos and shit too.
Bro, Tony Hawk. Oh my goodness. So I'd never actually played the Tony Hawk games. I probably played Underground once, and like
Mhm.
that was it.
Mhm. Okay.
And when
okay.
Tony Hawk 1 and 2 remake came out, the guy I did Too Many to Play with wanted to play it because he was a huge fan of the series,
Mhm.
and we played that. And I was like, I don't know. It's so boring. Like I feel like the whole skateboarding thing was boring. Like because the ones they made, the remakes they made, felt like really soulless. Like there were like costumes you could get, but that was it.
Mhm.
I think there was a lot of like really cool, like what made the original ones interesting because I looked into them was like the secrets you could find. So like it was just mindless skateboarding, but you could like find Darth Vader's fucking lightsaber if you like did this jump just right, or there was like this fucking hidden creepy ass clown in a bush or something.
Yeah, Pro Skater 2, 3, 4, Underground 2, and American Wasteland, they were all basically the same thing, except like they would just add more and more chaos every time. Like things you can break and essentially make your own, you know, you can make your own not combos, but like tricks, and that was about it. They were all basically the same game. They were, I guess, enjoyable in the sense of like, I guess a something to kill time on if you want to just like collect everything, I guess, collectathon style, or just like accomplishment wise, like all the achievements. I guess that's more of the collectathon. But aside from that, yeah, no, while people that grew up with them do appreciate them, they're not good games.
Could you name 3 really bad games like that are just not fun in any way, shape, or form? I'll go first, let you think.
Mhm.
So like 3 games that I think are just not fun no matter how you look at them. One is Aliens Colonial Marines. That game is so bad, so broken, so awful. Bubsy 3D. And like shit. What's another one? Tales of Legendia.
Ouch. No, I 100% agree with Bubsy 3D. That game is just menial and tedious, and there's nothing to it. There's no redeeming quality whatsoever.
Or Dead Island. I hate Dead Island. That's such a boring game. Like I felt like there was nothing fun about Dead Island. It was so hyped up.
Games that were just absolutely freaking boring with no redeeming qualities whatsoever. I always try and find some, like, I always try and, like, no matter how bad a game is, I kind of appreciate it a little bit. But yo,
No, you're right, Heroes. Yeah. Wait, no. Is that Colonial Marines?
Can't
No.
say the first Zelda.
No, Heroes. I think you're thinking about the one where the AI. Wait, is it? Wait, I think you're right. Is that Colonial Marine? I'm trying to remember. Fuck, is that the one I played? There's a couple that came out. Hold on, I have it on Steam. Whichever the one is one I have on Steam is the one. It's in my rough to play folder. Aliens Colonial Marines. Yeah, so I think they put a wrong thing in the code. There was a typo in the code that made the AI stupid. Yeah, no, seriously,
Why?
they like it was either Colonial Marines or the one where the alien hunts you. They like accidentally put a typo in the code that made it like unplayable online or something. I don't think it was like the base game though. Base game was just bad. Like it just wasn't fun. Deadly Premonition.
probably-
Yo, Clark. Deadly Premonition is the king of games being bad but good. Absolutely. There's an FK in the coffee. That line stuck with me forever. Have you ever played Deadly Premonition, Rico?
No, I haven't.
There's a scene in that game that sticks with me to this day. Okay, so you're a detective, right? And you go into this fucking hotel and you're talking to this old lady or old man, like the owner of the hotel, trying to ask him questions. And you sit at this table, and the table is like fucking a mile long. So you are super far from this old lady and you're asking questions. And she's like, "What?" And then he's like asking questions, and the background music keeps getting louder. Like some fucking
What?
kazoos just start playing. You hear, and he's yelling, and as he's yelling, it keeps going. It just gets louder and louder and louder, and this guy is screaming at this old lady. He's like, "Hey! Did you know Mr. Jones?" What? It's so wild. I can't wait to play that shit on stream. And then like he's got this coffee in front of him, and there's like some shit with ghosts or whatever, and then he's like looking at the coffee, and it says FK, and he literally says, "There's an FK in the coffee. This has to mean something." And like that's literally one of your clues, that the coffee says FK in it. Like this
Why?
I don't know, dude. It's a fucking experience. That's Georgia York Morgan's name is based on that game.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's a hell of a fucking experience.
A series that I like really didn't like was like, and that I thought was just absolutely boring and didn't really have any substance to it. And people would get mad at me for this, probably, more than likely. But Shenmue, it's not a series I really have a good opinion of. Freaking.
I thought that I think it was one of those you had to play at the time kind of things, because I played Shenmue at on the Dreamcast. It was one of the first games I played on the Dreamcast,
Mm-hmm.
and I had fun. I didn't
That's
like it. I
fair.
didn't love it, but it was pretty fun. And then the sequel that came out is a soulless bastard child for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That was an awful game.
Well, yeah, Shenmue 2 is like forklift simulator and all this other like real life, work. You have to work in order to make the money, and you barely make any money as it is, and
So
you basically just live your life as a simulation.
The first one just relied on like the story, so it was like watching a drama unfold. That's where everything was. The investment in the story. That's where it tried to get you, and then the combat was okay. Like for the time, that was like something really different that you hadn't seen before. And then
Yeah.
Shenmue 2 is just a
Bland.
soulless cash grab. Trying to They didn't even finish the fucking story. Like that should have been like your chance to end the story, and they didn't fucking do it.
Mhm.
He literally never avenges his fucking father. Never. Like that's the whole basis. Is he wants to avenge his father, and he keeps getting close,
Yep.
but getting to the no cigar. And then even at the second one, after like fucking 10 years of waiting, he still doesn't catch that motherfucker.
Yeah, that would definitely be like that. There is my my second was Shenmue 2 specifically. The first one does have a little bit to it, a little bit of substance, so I can
First one's
accept
like a
that,
solid
but
5 out of 10, and then the second one's
Yeah.
like a 2 out of 10.
yeah, basically, it's just so fucking boring. Boring. It didn't really have anything that really just stood out as something like you could appreciate about it. I mean, I guess some people might like playing a video game to act as if they're actually like, living their normal life. But I don't know. It took out all the details that would make it like it would make sense as a game. It was more like you were literally simulating an actual work experience.
Yeah, I mean, you
I
might
don't
as well like if you want to like if you want to play Shenmue and like feel the same, just go play Farming Simulator. It's like the same game. Just make up your own story as you're farming.
That's fair.
I have like a list of like games that are really hard to play. I put them in this category in my Steam folder called Rough to Play because like I need to get the achievements because I like to unlock achievements, but they're all like really bad. In here I have Aliens, Colonial Marines, Arc Age, and not all of these are bad. Some of them are just like really long time investments that I don't want to invest in. Ashes of the Singularity, Battleborn. I have Car Mechanic Simulator and Farming Simulator. I bought both of those for my son because he really, really wanted them. Now they're stuck in my library with like over 1,000 achievements or whatever. Oh, and actually,
Yeah.
Farming Simulator only has 17. I just don't want to farm. I don't know
You
what
wanna
eight.
farm for the
I
achievement.
don't know what fucking 8-year-old out there wants to play Farming Simulator, but time
You grow
investment,
them
Persona
potatoes.
5. Yeah, I got all the achievements in Persona 5. I did that on my PlayStation. I got Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice, Minion Masters, Payday 1 and 2. Payday 1 and 2. Payday 1 is 56 achievements. Payday 2 has like how many? I can't. It doesn't even say. I'm pretty sure this has like 1,000 achievements, like 1,010 or something.
There's probably a ton of like multiplayer on Payday 2, right?
Yeah, it's all multiplayer. Payday 2 is like only multiplayer.
Oh, I thought the first one had a campaign.
Civ 5. I didn't even buy this. It was just in here. I've never played a Civilization game. This was just in my
really?
library. Yeah, just in my library with a little over 200 achievements, and I was like, cool. Guess I'll have to figure out how to play this game at some point. Terraria, Trine 2, and The Witcher 2. Now you can do Payday
Yeah.
2 solo. There's challenges for it. No, I know you can. I mean, it's a multiplayer game. Like you can play solo, but it's just based on like multiplayer, right? I don't think there is is there a story mode? I don't know. I only know I played it with people. What the fuck is How did I get Devil May Cry 4? I didn't buy this. Bro, I swear to God, I open up this library every day and there's new games in here. Like I was just saying, just the other day I had the fucking Guilty Gear XX Accent Core Plus R.
Yeah, I got that.
I didn't buy this. It's just in here.
How many times have I given you Steam keys out of curiosity?
Never.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Because I have given away a copy.
I have Mork Red in here. Yeah, I have no idea where all these games keep coming from. But, shit, you know what? What the fuck were we talking about?
We were talking about bad video games.
It's a good thing you're here. Okay, I was looking through this. I was looking through this for bad video games. That's what I was doing. I don't really, you know, not to flex, but I don't really buy bad video games except for Super 3D Noah's Ark. That's a fucking god tier game. I have Stardew Valley in here. I've never played that.
Yeah,
Spelunky.
Stardew in mine too.
Spelunky 2, Super 3D Noah's Ark. Those are bad games.
I would hate to go through my Steam game list and just like be like, oh, game, like just name them all. Like, there's so many indie games in there, and I don't know what is in there.
Resident Evil RE-Verse. Resident Evil Resistance. Those are like the spin-off games that came out with those. Resident Evil 6 was a bad game. I had no fun playing Resident Evil 6. I even did Leon's story first because I thought it was the coolest. Still had no fucking fun. Stardew Valley is
Animal
better.
Crossing? Not the original Animal Crossing, but the rest, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I've never played either, so fuck me.
The first one was sarcastic as hell, and all the characters would like put you down all the time. It was really aggressive.
I hate games like that, honestly.
Characters had personality back then, let me tell you.
I just don't have fun playing games like where you just like
That's fair.
grind like resources and like farm, like Minecraft, Stardew Valley, Terraria. I've tried all of them and I just cannot get into them. I don't know why. I guess it's just me as a gamer. I'd rather grind in RPGs. I just think that once you So I don't play MMOs because I get too overwhelmed with all the stuff that's going on, like all the HUD display. It's the reason I haven't played Xenoblade, because like the fucking entire HUD is just all the way around the screen covered, and the middle is like all you can see, and I get really claustrophobic or like anxious like thinking about things like that. So
is that another reason you don't like Metroid Prime?
Actually, Metroid Prime. Well, no, like, because Metroid Prime was, like, more away to the sides, and, like, most of it didn't really mean shit. Like, you didn't have to, like, really focus on anything, just scanning and shooting stuff. I just didn't like it because it didn't really, like, feel like a Metroid game to me.
That's fair.
Dylan, you can turn the HUD off. Yeah, but I still gotta learn all of that stuff. I gotta learn what all of it does first, and how to play the game. So, like, it's the reason I don't really play MMOs and stuff. Sometimes shit gets, like, too overwhelming.
You mostly have to set your own goals as well, and your own, you know, you kind of build your own achievements in a way, whereas most RPGs generally will be more, you focus on a either a linear story or something you can build upon, like side quest wise or something like that. You can focus on different things at different times, and you still have like goals that are already listed out there for you to focus on.
Yeah, so like when you play Stardew or like those games like that, you have like, there's not really any goal in mind. And that's like really tough for me, you know, because I play games that are very story driven, that like take you to an end. And that's why when I played, like if you've heard my stories about when I played Minecraft, I looked up what the point was, and it was to defeat the Ender Dragon. Like this was a long time ago when all there was the Ender Dragon. And that's what I did. I made a server, searched for the portal, went to the Ender Dragon, and kicked his ass. And then I just never played again. So, like, when I play, like, games where, like, you have, like, all these things you can do. You got to make the crafting table. You got to remember how to make this, and this, to do this, and this. And build, like, this, and this with this, and this. And put these ingredients together and stuff. That's, like, I don't know. I really like story stuff. I like to be a part of a story and, like, learn about characters and stuff. I don't really like those games where you just, like... I mean, well, I see the appeal. Like you get to play like infinitely. Like if you enjoy that, you can play that forever. You can play that game forever.
Yeah, some people are creative and like they like to build things that they have in their heads, right? Or they want to like create something. And I guess it's more like the creative end of it that's more interesting. Terraria itself is more like there is a story, and I've never actually finished Terraria, so I don't actually know the full extent of it, but I know it gets darker and darker the further you go.
I like to finish games. Like that's what it comes down to. I like to finish games. I like to 100% be done with them. Like, you know, get to an end. If it's like under 100 hours, get to an end and stop. Like if I do play a game that's infinite, I will play one at a time. Like I play Monster Hunter. If I play Monster Hunter, I'm not playing any other like game that like goes on infinitely like that. If I stop playing Monster Hunter, maybe I'd pick up Final Fantasy 14 and play that. But yeah.
Yeah, for me, I guess that would be like, I don't know, like Rocket League or something like that, where I can still feel like I'm getting better at it, because like it's a skill-based game. It's entirely a skill-based game, right? So the more you play and the more you practice, the better you get, and the more you actually experience that feeling of improving. At least there's that constant growth.
Mhm.
But I would myself prefer story-based games, and that's probably why I haven't played Rocket League in ever since I started streaming. I've maybe touched it 3 times.
Oh, Baby's
Like, once
asked
in a
me
while.
about Assassin's Creed. Did you miss the part where I said I haven't played Xbox in a long time? Or I've never played Xbox because of the 360 thing. Yeah, I've never. I know they've ported over now to where you can play them on other consoles, but before they were only on Xbox. And no, I have never played an Assassin's Creed game before. Not one.
I do like completionism as well, Clark. Completionism is kind of like something I do appreciate, as long as the collectibles and whatnot are not ridiculously hard to do.
50% of my
ridiculously-
library is 100% complete achievement-wise.
I shouldn't say ridiculously hard. I should say ridiculously uninspired. Like Far Cry 2 and Far Cry 2's collectible system was stupid. It was entirely stupid. It was not fun, and you had malaria, so if you played on hard mode, you'd be spending almost every 5 minutes looking for a pill. And you're in the middle of a gunfight, and suddenly you get a malaria attack, and well, you're not gonna be able to shoot. Better go find some pills. I hate Far Cry 2. That game is dumb. It was literally a game built around a fire simulator. Like the entire game is built around the fire physics in the game. There's nothing else to it that's worth the time.
So-
look at the fire, you're done.
I have a serious problem, and it's always been like getting achievements. I remember the day I got my first achievement. I was playing Call of Duty World at War on the PS3. It was, I think, it wasn't the first PS3 game I got, but it was the first game that I'd played with trophies in it. And I unlocked that one, and it was downhill from there. I got 100% in that game, and then they unleashed DLC, which I couldn't afford, for the zombies. You had to buy DLC, and they tossed the trophies onto everyone's game who didn't even have the DLC. So today on my PS3, it still says I have the platinum, but I have like 92% because they added more trophies for the zombie modes.
That's rude.
So
That's
like,
rude.
I'm looking at my library here, and I was looking at this with Kanye yesterday, actually. Funny enough that we end up here. I got 100% on like half the games. The Witcher Wild Hunt 3, I need to beat the game on Blood and Broken Bones, which is the hardest difficulty, and I have all the achievements. Resident Evil 8, I have to beat the mercenary modes with triple S or whatever to get that last achievement. Soul Calibur 6, I just got to fight Mags like 6 more times online, and I'll get that one. Resident Evil 2, I gotta beat it on the hardest modes. Visage, I have to get those fucking doll things, but I don't want to play because it's scary. And then like past that, they go from like 80 to whatever, and then there's like a bunch at the bottom that don't have achievements. But yeah, if I pulled up my PS4 trophy library right now, the only trophies I don't have 100% on are Birth by Sleep, Chain of Memories, and Dream Drop Distance, because I haven't played Dream Drop Distance yet, and Birth by Sleep has a really hard one I'm working on, and Chain of Memories is going to take me another 40 hours to get Riku to level 99, like, and that's no joke. It's going to be like 40 hours, because he's only like level 45 or 50, and it takes so long to fight with him in that game, to level him up.
Makes sense. Yeah. And no, baby, like Spider-Man games, like going back, like I remember playing the freaking Spider-Man 2 game and stuff like that. Those were fun.
Hey,
I liked
Hoss.
them. Hoss, the man, the myth, the legend.
Oh shit, I bought Hades as well, and I never played it. I do remember buying Hades. I just forgot I had it in my library.
I haven't played Hades yet. I don't know if I'll like it.
Whenever I see like store sales, like I think I got this for like $20, and I got Katamari Damacy for like $5. Like I never pay a lot for games. Like when they're on a good sale, I'll just buy them and then I'll play it. So there's like a lot of stuff in my library I haven't played that I'm waiting to play on stream.
Yeah. I have a ton of stuff on Steam. I have over 1,000 games on Steam, and I don't know what's there. There's definitely a lot of games I can play. It's just... I don't want to go through the entire list.
Hi, Byron.
No, I used to do the Humble a lot. That's how I got so many freaking Steam keys, right?
Steam
That I
Summer
used
Sale,
to do.
baby. Steam Summer
Pretty
Sale.
much. I used to give away a lot of Steam keys on stream, doing marbles and whatnot.
So here,
What
I'll
about
let me see if I can. I'll flex my library real quick.
When I first got to 100 follows, what I did was I gave everybody that followed me a Steam key.
You madman! It was all fucking. It was all shit. Oh, what's that game called? It was Space Farmers. That 20-cent game. Just gave that to everybody.
No, I gave some AAAs. Yeah, Clark, sorry, I forgot about that. I'll do that.
Humble
I'll
Bundle.
do that.
Humble Bundle's starting to get more expensive now.
That's because they got bought.
Yeah,
Microsoft owns them now.
of course. And yeah, I bought Wandersong on G2A for like $2, and I was like, "You're kidding me? $2?" I was like, "This has to be a fucking virus," and it wasn't. It was straight up just the game.
Yeah, that's fair.
I've always bought off Steam. I never actually bought like keys. That was the first time I bought a key because if I couldn't find it for a decent price, I wasn't gonna play it.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So if I go to my trophies,
Microsoft buys everything. It's scary, kinda, but they also ruin everything, so it all just goes downhill after a while.
so I have 100% on Shadow of the Colossus, Persona 5, Kingdom Hearts Final Mix 1 and 2. I'm working on Birth by Sleep. The Evil Within 2. That is one that I've struggled with, dude. There's a mode. All I have to do is beat it on this final mode where you only get like 4 or 5 saves throughout the game. That's it. No checkpoints. So it's rough.
That's rough.
I think I'm at my 3rd save and I'm not even halfway through the game and I keep dying to this one bitch.
Oh no.
I never played Dream Drop Distance. I have the platinum for Spider-Man, and it says I have 63% of the trophies because of all the DLC that's out now. 100% on Bloodborne. Resident Evil 1 I bought, and I haven't played that yet. Spyro the Dragon 1, 2, and 3 all 100%. God of War 100%. Kingdom Hearts 3 I got 15% and was like, fuck this. Final Fantasy 7 Remake 20%. I said, fuck this. Chain of Memories 96%. I just need that one last one. Parappa the Rapper, I'm pretty sure that's I gotta get like an S on the very last stage with the fly guy. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2, I wasn't the one who played that, so that's not 100%. Neo and the Last Guardian. Oh my god, I got 16% of the... How many trophies does this game fucking have? What do you mean? Like, this game had nothing in it. Touch all enemy beasts? What? 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 Make Trico put his head in every hole?
Oh, what?
That's such
Every
a
hole?
that's such a vague achievement. What the fuck? Land on Trico's back after being propelled upwards from a cart. Avoid Trico for 3 minutes or longer when he goes wild in an antenna room. Move 10 meters or more while carrying 2 or more stacked bear. What the fuck? What the
Very
hell?
specific.
What are
Very
these?
specific.
Paint Trico's entire body. Have Trico defeat 20 or more suits of armor while they are carrying, it's scrolling, the boy. Cling onto a suit of armor's back for 30. You can do that? I didn't know that. Defeat 10 or more suits of armor by removing their heads. Hit suits of armor with 20 or more. Dude, this is ridiculous. I didn't even know that. I thought there was going to be like 3 achievements I need for that. Well, fuck. That's something I'm going to have to work on. All right, how many of you guys are interested in achievement streams? Because that might be happening.
100% that 100% that list.
Oh, God Christ. There's so many
That means-
achievements I have to get. I have a problem. I need to go see somebody about this.
You know how frustrating it would be once you start a new game and it has like 2,000 achievements.
That's what Payday 2 is. My friends made me buy it because they wanted to play with me, and then it has like over 1,000 achievements, and I was like, what?
And now you'll never have the full 2,000 achievements.
Have you ever heard of Steam Achievement Manager? If I really wanted to, I could just unlock every single one in a second.
That's true. That's true. It wouldn't feel right though. You wouldn't have that true 100%.
It wouldn't feel right. Man, I have a VAC ban on my account.
That's true.
You think I care?
Deep down, maybe a little bit.
Just don't play it anymore and uninstall it. Even if you want to install it, the trophies will still be there. There's a lot of all the games I have in my library are games that I like. There's not many in there that I don't enjoy. Just some stuff I was gifted or just found its way in my library some fucking how by some stroke of magic.
Yeah.
Like, I bought all of the Yakuza games. A lot of these games I bought so that I could play on stream with you guys for the first time. I've never played Psychonauts.
Yakuza for the first time.
Yeah, I have Psychonauts and I have all of the I have 0, 3, 4, and 5, so I don't have 1 and 2.
You're gonna love Psychonauts.
Yeah, I've never played that. We should play Heave Ho together.
Heave Ho? I think I've seen a little bit of it.
I've got a couple of games in here that me and you could probably play together.
Yeah, I got some co-op games too.
I saw one. We could play Genital Jousting together.
Yeah,
that's a good one for stream.
I thought we did that all the time though.
Oh no, I mean the game.
Oh, you mean the video game?
Yeah,
the
video game. Yeah, right.
Gotcha.
So yeah, and you could see from like my streams that I have that problem too, because I always finish the games I play. There's been of all the games that I have started myself, there's one game I haven't finished, and it's Hollow Knight, and that's only because I play Hollow Knight when I'm trying to like wind down. And I'm almost done with Hollow Knight. I've got like two bosses to beat. But that's a game I played before. But every game I've started on this channel, I always finish. I never stop playing a game. Unless it's a redeem game from somebody that I fucking hate.
That's fair.
I think the only one of those I haven't done was Wild Arms 3. And I didn't play that because of how long it was. That game was long as hell. And I was like, I can't do this as a redeem game. Like, usually the redeem games take me like 2 days.
Mm-hmm. Just something short, sweet, and to the point.
Like my dick.
I think that's the way a redeem game should be, is like 1 or 2 streams. Perfect.
That's how they've all been. They may not actually supposed to be like that, but I'll spend 12 hours to make it a 2-day stream.
Yeah, for me, I guess some of the things I have to do because I've never played them before is like Ratchet and Clank and stuff like that, Jak and Daxter. I've never played those. I
played Jak 3, and I never played any of the other ones. And I think Jak 3 is the one where they introduced it's like mostly vehicles, and it was not fun. I did not like that. I played the Ratchet and Clank one that came. That's the game I played first on the PS3. Because that game came out with it. It was Ratchet and Clank, and it's the one where like he like finds out where his home planet was or some shit. Like that was it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, dude, I'm gonna play Persona 5 one day too. Fuck, dude, I had so much fun playing that. I actually played that with my wife. I got the PS4, we hooked it up, and like every day I'd get home from work, we'd sit down and like I'd just play through Persona 5, and she'd be like, God, I fucking hate On, and I'd be like, me too. God, what a bitch. Can she just shut up? If I ever play Persona 5, I know who's getting the dopey voice right away.
I definitely will play Persona 5 at some point, but like there's even more people that keep on asking me, run through the story of Final Fantasy XIV, and I'm just like, that's such a time investment too.
Dude, that's all I've heard. That's all I've heard since like I've had a couple more people join the channel. That's always what they want. Hey, you should play Final Fantasy XIV. And then Squishy's like, yeah, I'm about to play 200 hours of Final Fantasy XIV story, and I'm like, I've only streamed for like 1,000 hours last year. You want me to take 20% of my stream time to play through Final Fantasy XIV? I don't even want to play through the first couple of Final Fantasies.
I'm totally down to do it at some point, but like that's a real commitment. Like that's gonna take an entire year stretched out of like maybe once a week kind of thing. But I know the community behind Final Fantasy XIV. There's a lot of people. There's a ton of people that like will share that content if you're doing it, just for the sole sake of making as many people aware as possible that you're about to hit that one moment where everybody wants that reaction.
Yeah.
They're huge about that. Oh my god. My brother was telling me just how many people were like he's very familiar with the community, right? And him and Gavin and all of them were saying basically like there's hundreds of people stop by in that moment. Like once that moment happens. And I'm just like, it doesn't really make me want to do it anymore though. Because like I want to play it eventually, but like I don't want to commit the time now. It's such a big time commitment, and
Yeah.
I don't have that. I don't
Like I said
have it in
about
me.
Minecraft and Stardew, I don't like getting sucked into like something that I'm stuck on. I like it to finish, you know?
Yeah.
I don't like to be cucked. I like games to be over. That's why I got so pissed with Destiny. Destiny has like Tales of Destiny has like 4 false endings. Oh my god. Like I was up so late because it kept psyching me with
Imagine.
endings.
Yep. Imagine.
Imagine. Oh my goodness. Dude, I didn't think we're already at 40%. God damn. I didn't think this subathon goal thing would rack up points that fucking quick.
Yeah, it's a good encouragement. Oh, right. I may as well do that as well, shouldn't I? Here we go. Boom.
Same with Fire Emblem 3 Houses. God, Fire Emblem's so good. I love Fire Emblem.
Is 3 Houses that long?
Is it that long? 4 endings and I got everyone. Oh, yeah. I stopped playing because that's another game I want to play on stream. So my thing is, I don't even play games in my free time anymore. I just stream them.
I don't really either.
I just play them on stream. Like if I do end up playing them in my free time, that was one of them. I played like I probably played through like 40% of the story. But this is my game room. Like when I come down here to play games, I might as well turn the stream on, you know? But like I spent all day like taking care of my kids and stuff. So then I come down here at night and I stream. This is definitely a nice getaway from everything.
So I know a lot of people that I talk about Fire Emblem with these days don't tend to know the previous games. I'd like to compare like the time investment of like Radiant Dawn or something like that, maybe like Blazing Blade or something, to the modern ones. Like, is it really that much longer? Because if you're an experienced Fire Emblem player and you jump on 3 Houses, is it really going to be as long as you think it's going to be? Like, that's a deep question because it doesn't seem like there's that many characters. It seems like a normal amount of characters.
Bebe said yes.
But isn't Awakening a more recent one too? Isn't that DS?
That's the 3DS one. Yeah.
So yeah, they're both very recent ones.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard there's a significant difference in how they play, but I'm not sure myself.
Like I played
interested in
Sacred
playing them.
Stones and another one, and then I played all the console ones. Just the handheld ones I never really, or the old console ones I have not played. Because like when
That's
I
because
was
most of them are Japanese only.
exactly I was trying to play them in order when I was younger, and then I found out like 3 of them were only Japanese, and like they had no translation. This is like when I was really young.
Yeah.
Like 15 or 16. I couldn't find any of that shit, and I don't think the Game Boy Advance ones had come out yet, or maybe they did, and I just never heard of them. So I had Sacred Stones. I'd played Sacred Stones, so that's
Sacred
why I wanted to
Stones-
play other ones.
Yeah, I think Sacred Stones was number 6, and I think Blazing Blade and Binding Blade were 7 and 8. I could be wrong. It might be 8 and 9, but pretty confident. Pretty sure it's 6, 7, 8 for Game Boy Advance. The weird thing is, like, between 1, 2, and 3, they're all just remakes of each other. Well, sorry, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and then 3 is the remake, and then there's a whole bunch of remakes that count as numbers along the line. Because I think it's either 10 or 11 that's also a remake, and there's 5 or I think 5 is a remake too. Basically, the original story with the original characters get remade a lot. There's like 4 remakes of the first game. But yeah. I do love the series though. I love strategy games. I love the nature of like the tactics style games.
I really like tactics games as well. I think I played Disgaea and La Pucelle Tactics. I don't know if you ever heard of those. Probably Disgaea, but La Pucelle.
Love Disgaea.
La Pucelle, like it's a PS2 game. You should try that. It's got a really nice story, really funny. And that game really made me fall in love with the strategy genre. It's just there's just like a lot of thought to it that goes into like doing it, but it's not too abstract, you know, like it's not too hard to figure out how to go to where to go to, like how I get like flustered with too much information. Like you basically get when you get your board and everything's right there, everything's in front of you, and I like that. So it was always like very simple to like figure out. It was just like playing a game of checkers or chess. So those are actually really fun to me. I can't wait to like one day get off of Tales in like 4 years when I'm done with all the Tales games and move on to some strategy games. I think the Fire Emblem series is something I got to play through.
I think what I'm gonna do, I'm probably gonna do Radiant Dawn Randomizer and jump into just something random I've never touched before in terms of the series itself. Probably what you're suggesting right there, because I haven't played that series before, and if it's PlayStation 2, that sounds like a lot of fun. But there's a ton of anime games that actually theme after the same genre, like anime-based games that just want to like run through the story, but they'll give you that style of gameplay, and I think that's really fun too. I like doing stuff like that just to revisit an anime or a series.
Baby, if you do exclamation Tales, you'll see. You know what? I was wondering, Rico, how do you feel about pre-rolling ads?
Pre-rolling ads? Okay, so it's definitely something that I feel pushes a lot of people away. Like if you're rating into, like, sorry, if you're gonna be rated into and they have to watch an ad right the fuck away, that's one of the things that people are gonna be most turned off by. And I feel like Twitch doesn't pay attention to like I guess I kind of understand that they want the ad revenue, but if it's gonna cause everybody to just drop like what they're doing and just like turn off the actual service itself, that seems counterintuitive. But also when it's just a random interruption, that also seems counterintuitive. But like I don't see a good way for them to be able to advertise without doing something. So I understand the side that they need to advertise, but I feel like you should rely more on sponsorships then.
So I asked a lot of people what they thought about ads, right? Like just people who don't stream and just watch, and they click off. Like if like they get rated into somebody and they watch, and the ad is running, they just shut down the stream, or like they don't even bother waiting for the ad to end. But I know guys who like Ducky, Duck Funker, he does pre-roll ads. Like he'll stop playing the game and like just talk to subs, and he'll pre-roll some ads so that way when new people come in they don't have to watch ads. And I was like, that might be a good idea, but I wasn't 100% too sure on it, because I always just let the ad play, and then like because when I go to raid somebody, I will click on their channel, let the ad play, then raid them. So I guess I'm in first, but
yeah,
I didn't know if that was a good idea. I was thinking about maybe trying to implement that.
I find if you're gonna do it anyway, that's probably the best way to do it in the meantime. But like I feel like on Twitch side, like they definitely should offer the method. Well, there should be a method of offering like more encouragement to a cheaper form of sponsorship, at least so that it's actually effective to some extent. Because like nobody's actually clicking these ads. Nobody's using these ads.
I wonder, this is my thing. I wonder who is clicking these ads, because since I was a child, I've learned that every ad is malware. Even if it looks like it's an ad for something, I don't get who is clicking these ads to make it that they're everywhere. It makes no fucking sense to me.
I don't trust ads. Like,
and like
if I can see the product and like somebody's like actively showing me the product, saying they use it all the time, and I trust that person, that's one thing. And that's the thing with Twitch. People trust the streamers a lot more because that's an interpersonal relationship you have with somebody.
Yeah,
but if it's some random ad on the internet where like freaking what's his name, where Ninja's like showing off the taquitos or some shit like that, it's just like
yeah,
that
so
doesn't
like
do anything for me.
If everyone could like get hooked up with a sponsor of some sort, and like they don't even have to pay us a lot, like as small streamers, and then just like at like every 2 hour mark, we have to stop and do like a 1 minute little ad
Doritos.
about like the Swiffer Sweeper. This cleans the cum right off my ceiling.
Yes.
Like that would be way more like interactive, funny, and like people would actually care to watch that, as opposed to like this soulless fucking ad that has nothing behind it. But yeah, if I just like pull out this Swiffer duster, and I'm like, this is my Swiffer duster, the sponsor of this channel. I actually use this to wipe the cum off my ceiling. It's the only way I can get it down because I can't reach it otherwise.
Yeah.
For only $4.99, you too can have a cum Swiffer.
No, 100%. No, like something like that. It actually has body to it. Like, and you also allow people to be creative with their own ads. So it's a win-win. Like even if it's just like some random company says like here's $2 to do it, once a day, like that deal, easy. And like if it's based on your like viewership, if it's based on like whatever average you have or some shit like that, fine, like whatever. But as long as you have control over it.
Right.
When it's pre-rolls and you don't have an option, well, you do technically have the option of either doing it in between your stream or having the pre-roll ahead of time where anybody that gets rated into has to watch it, or anybody that tries to click into your stream has to watch it. Technically getting it out of the way and them not having to do it again is probably the best method, which is the tried and true, but also one that most people complain about, which is why Twitch released the option in order to have like interval ads, which is like, you know, like you can set it, but you have like a limit of like one every hour or some shit like that, right?
Right.
Which is a lot worse in my opinion, because then even if it's like just a 3-second ad, the second it pops up, somebody's leaving.
True, yeah. I might just leave it as it is. Yeah, I was just thinking about it. I thought that was a good idea. I guess the pre-roll ad is good for new people, but it's not good for your existing base of people because then they're going to be watching ads more. Cuz like the smallest like ad roll you can do is like going to be like 3 ads of 30 seconds, whereas as opposed to like the 1 30-second one you get at a random interval. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like doing ad rolls is just a way to like force your viewers to subscribe to you, because it's like either subscribe to me or you're gonna have to sit through 5 minutes of ads. And I hate commercials, bro. I've always fucking hated commercials. I don't think there's never been one commercial that's made me buy anything for real, except for the Girls Gone Wild ones.
Yeah, that's fair. No, like early ads. If you're familiar with like what Knackle used to do with the commercials, he like turn on commercials anytime he has like any downtime whatsoever. If he's eating or whatever, he'll just toss on some old school commercials. I think that's awesome.
Right.
Just some vintage freaking commercials.
That was funny. I really liked that. He doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah, there's probably copyright behind some of them. I don't know. They also have copyright music in them, so I guess that might be an issue too. Upside Down Matt, what he does is he takes eye catches, if you know what that means. Eye catches from anime. So like the interval stuff, like commercial break stuff. They do that little.
Like the Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, exactly.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Exactly. So he'll do that with like Sailor Moon, Slayers, and all these different series. Yu Yu Hakusho, and that'll be his like intro thingy, right? He'll just have those just going back and forth as like a loop. And that's his intro, and I think that's pretty creative because like nobody's gonna copyright strike it. It's just an eye catch.
True, very true.
And I think that I think something like that's creative and smart and not hard to do. But I imagine if you do that with newer stuff, eye catches aren't all that popular anymore, are they? You don't really see them in anime too often anymore.
I still see them. Well, I mean,
yeah.
like, because most of it's like on streaming platforms, so they don't need it anymore. But like they still put them in there because sometimes like the ads do play at certain intervals on certain platforms. Like Hulu always has ads play at like this point and this point.
Yeah, well, that's fair. And the Japanese commercials are funny as fuck. You're not wrong. They've always been crazy. You try and like compare.
Always be ballin'.
You try and compare whatever's happening on screen to whatever the product's going to be, and it's like a completely different experience. It's just like, here's a tentacle monster, and here's a bunch of grapes raining from the sky, and oranges, and bananas, and here's a Swiffer.
Clean your cum with it. It's like when have you seen the One Piece one where they like have instant ramen? And they just yes. I was like they're just running around. I was like, holy shit, what are they making like an anime about like One Piece in high school? And then no, it's just a fucking ramen commercial. What the fuck? Or like it reminds me of like the anime titles, how they're like how I got lost in a dungeon and met my best waifu, and now she became my waifu, and now we have 2 kids together. And like that's the whole title of the anime.
Yeah.
Like those long ass titles. Like, and it's what?
Yeah, Japan be wildin'.
Yeah, I like how their flag is just a representation of the weird shit that's going on.
True.
It's a pie graph of all the weird shit that's happening there. Some weird shit.
Everything.
All right, I think we're about done. I mean, we definitely went over
Yeah.
our time. We talked a lot. Does anyone got any questions for us? Anyone want to ask any questions about anything?
Deep and philosophical question.
Deep and philosophical questions. Deep dicky doos. If you wanna find my boy over here, there's.
Who dat?
I gave him a shout out. This is Rico Vaz, my buddy.
Super Mario 64.
You can find him over on his channel. Fucking at Rico Vaz. You just click here and give him a follow. You can watch me kill him in his crowd control games. Very fun, very fun. He cries like un bébé, like un bébé. Best Zelda game from the series, Twilight Princess.
The best, like I'm most fond towards Link's Awakening DX, but I'll admit, like I probably would say if I had to pick a best, it's probably gonna be either Wind Waker or Twilight Princess.
It's Twilight Princess. So, I mean, it's just Twilight Princess. Simple.
That's fair.
Yeah, simple and
acknowledge
clean.
this.
You're
I'll acknowledge
kidding me. Too bad at things lately. You're all. Oh. Not the remake, Rico, on Switch.
What?
Not
Question
you don't
mark?
the Link's Awakening remake. Twilight Princess is
Oh.
amazing. Thank you, Rapid. Yeah, Twilight Princess is my favorite. Majora's Mask is probably my second favorite.
I wouldn't say the remake on Switch for Link's Awakening because I'm nostalgic to the deluxe for Game Boy Color.
I like Oracle of Ages and Seasons better. I love those.
Oracle of Ages Seasons are really good. Those are
really
good.
fucking good. For like the screen that was like the size of my fucking fist. Amazing
Yes.
game. I'm peeking. Oh, I'm peeking. Oh!
Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, it doesn't peak for you. I got. Sorry,
It hit really hard though.
Damn, nice cock.
Thank you. I work out.
Sorry, I keep getting too close to my microphone. I can't help it. It's just so. Oh. So yeah, if anyone else got any questions, anyone interested in asking anything else, I'm gonna probably send off a raid in a minute. If anyone wants to ask anything. What do you think?
Kingsoft stream.
We got Byron, Junie B, Shigatura. Anyone you're interested in? Oh yeah. So do you want to just do the podcast over here now, or do you want to switch channels still?
Well, I mean, you're more of a nighttime streamer, and I think it works either way. Like, if you want to do it that way, I'm totally cool with it.
All right, because I mean, you still
Besides-
stream during the day.
It's also really easy to be able to be like, yo, this is where it's always going to
And I
be, and
don't
then
have
everybody
to
just knows.
I don't have to fucking wait for you.
Yeah, because it's better to be able to be just like, if I can announce Dylan's channel, then it's going to be a lot easier for people to know it's going to be there instead of like, which one's it going to be on kind of thing, right? Because not everybody's going to be super scheduled either.
All right, so you heard it here first, guys. We're gonna, from now on, it's just gonna be over here. We're just gonna do it here. How are we feeling?
Oh wait, you're not supposed to. Shh. I'm sorry, Dylan. I'm sorry. I pointed a gun on camera.
Did you
I
point your?
can't do that on.
Did
Can't
you
do that on
point your
Twitch. Can't do
fucking
that on
cock at
Twitch.
me? Did you just point
Yes,
your
I did.
cock at me? Wow, I can't believe you. I don't care. I watch you too. Like a full, like a full in-depth evaluation of y'all's current feelings. Let's see. Well, you asked for deep and philosophical, Rico. So, I mean, I'm
full
feeling.
depth evaluation.
I'm feeling pretty good. Like myself, just based on myself, I feel good. You know, I don't have any like real issues with anything. It's just I guess with my kids, I'm having a couple issues with my kids. You know, school wise, they're having a lot of trouble in school, so it's hard to work them through that because I had troubles in school too, and you know, it's just kind of runs in the family type of thing. So I'm just feeling less like a good father because like they're not doing well out in the world, and I feel like it's my fault. But yeah, that's about it. Otherwise, like in my own thing, like streaming and everything. Otherwise, I feel great.
All right, I guess I have to follow that up with something equally as serious. Hmm. For the most part, I've been feeling I've been feeling a lot more confident with how I stream and being able to be myself and being comfortable in my own way of expression. I don't feel like I have to be anybody else. I can just be myself. People appreciate that, and I'm comfortable doing that. I definitely do feel a little overloaded, but that's because of how I poorly manage my time, and I need to work on that. I'm really bad at time management. I wish I had like a person that could just yell at me all the time, be like, "Okay, you have this time to do X," and I would
You
just be like,
have
"Okay."
that.
Oh, that's Artist. You're right.
I was just about to say, you son of a bitch. Wow, way to just throw Artist under the bus when Artist is the one who literally does that for you.
Now hold on. Artist makes sure I take out food every morning. And reminds me stuff. But no, I need to be more scheduled. I need to schedule things a little better because I feel guilty when I don't meet expectations, and I never meet the expectations that I create. Like I put more expectations on myself for me, but I feel guilty if I don't meet what I assume would be the expectation in the best case scenario.
Yeah.
So I just overwhelm myself like that, and it's been a bad habit for a long time. But I do my best. I work on me.
Hey, how does this sound? Does it sound any quieter? My microphone? I just turned the gain down a little bit.
Quieter? No.
Well, not you. You're not gonna hear a difference.
Oh, okay.
You sussy baka.
Oh, gotcha. Keep my gun out.
Y'all are great, and if you need to vent on my Discord, my Discord DMs are open. Well, thanks, Rapid.
Appreciate you, Rapid.
Same level Dylan for me. Really? I just turned it down like 3. Okay, good. It'll peak less that way. I'm still trying to figure out this new microphone. It's really weird. So like when I talk now, it's in like the green, and it's supposed to be in the yellow. But as long as you can hear me good, I guess we're fine. We'll just
Fair.
fucking hone it down because I'm trying not to get it to where it peaks too much, and it was peaking way too much before because I couldn't go.
Jesus Christ. My ears are ringing. It's probably equalized on the other end, but like for me, it's just like my earbuds.
No difference. Did it cut out? Did it cut out when I got too high?
Didn't cut out for me.
Cut out midway your scream for a second. Okay.
Oh, I heard the whole
Cool.
thing.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out like the hardest thing with like a new microphone is figuring out all the filters to make it sound really good. And obviously, I have to make it sound good because like it's I stream with it. Semi peaked, but I heard you throughout the whole thing. Fuck yeah. Okay, so who are we gonna raid? I was I've got Byron, who's fucking double dipping in our stream while streaming his own shit. I fucking see you, Byron. You fucking
The legend.
You dirty boy. You dirty. Rub your nipples. Rub your nipples right now.
Me? Oh, him.
No, him. I'm watching. I'm waiting for him to do it. But yeah, I got Byron, Junie B, and Shigatura, unless you got somebody that you're interested in raiding.
I got Byron. We've already done Duke. I mean, you've already done Duke recently, so I don't see anybody that really stands out as somebody I haven't really rated recently. Love Fuzzy, but he's doing some Assassin's Creed, and I don't want to be spoiled. I wouldn't be spoiled doing Mario Party. Yeah, I'd probably say toss Byron some love. I wish Byron like all the best. Like I love Byron. He's such a great guy. You found such an awesome person in Byron.
I try. I gotta actually use the raid thing on my page here because the command doesn't work in my chat. It hasn't worked in a while.
That's fair.
Okay, so thank you everybody. Thank you everybody for coming out and supporting the podcast. I mean, if you guys still enjoy it, we'll keep doing it. We'll keep fucking doing it, baby.
Yeah, we'll get it done.
I'm probably gonna raid and go to sleep early tonight instead of playing more games. But yeah, we're gonna go raid Byron. I hope you guys have fun. Thank you all for being here. You're all great. I love you all. Thank you.
You are all
Ooh.
appreciated.
And Rico's stroking his cock and pointing it in my face. As usual. As fucking
Open
usual.
wide.
So, what's today? Wednesday? Today's Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Okay, tomorrow's Thursday. 6 to 7 p.m. I'm gonna be playing Tales of Vesperia again. We're halfway through, trying to make some more progress. Enrico, what are you gonna be doing tomorrow?
I'm gonna be doing some Super Mario Galaxy for the first time.
Perfect.
It's gonna be a good
And
time.
you can start at like noon. Yeah, this is
Yep.
all EST, by the way.
Well, 10 a.m. I start at 10 a.m. nowadays,
Okay.
which is kind of
Cool.
early.
Honestly, pretty soon I'm probably gonna be moving back to like 5 p.m. So that'd be perfect.
Perfect.
We kind of like
Oh.
alter our things, but have
Well,
fun
then I
with
can
Byron,
raid back
guys.
into you.
Oh, we're about to raid. We're about to raid. Have fun, guys.
Okay, good. See you later. See you later.
We'll see you later. Bye. Ooh woo. Make sure to don't forget your cum
Ooh, ooh,
Swiffers.
ooh, ooh.
Cum Swiffer.
Ooh. Oh well.